Alright, my clock says 7:05, so we'll go ahead and get started here. We'll start off with a quick little brief recap from our last session. In the last session, the party was able to secure enough glass to replace the glass spheres to help the Swift Sparrow get back airborne, so to speak. And on their journey outward, they found the Vec again. He joined the party, and they came under, wouldn't say fire yet, but they were threatened by a small horde of centaurs who were basically asking the party to give up Roland. Roland was going to give himself up. They also offered to trade Valar for Roland, to which the party could pretty much figure out Valar was on the edges of death, so they put him out of his misery, and that proceeded to have a rain of arrows fly down from the centaurs. Porto proceeded to cast a giant fog around all the centaurs, which led to a, I guess, somewhat comical scene of a bunch of arrows just flying in and out of the dark cloud where no one could see. But the party eventually was able to get away with the help of a powerful druid that showed up in treant form and chased off the remaining centaurs back across the pass. As I already mentioned to a couple of you guys before, once you guys got through the pass, Tigid turned around and decided it'd be a good idea to finish the avalanche and proceeded to bring down the rest of the mountain, the snow and boulders to close the pass out completely. From there, they met Jodel. Jodel started filling them in on what he knew of the Centaur and the Slotty forces joining forces, and he has asked the guys to help them look for a rare talisman. Did we get that far in the last story, guys? Where he told you guys about the talisman? I've been talking this whole time without pushing the button. That was awesome.
That's good stuff.
Okay, so let's do a quick little recap as to where we were last time. The party was able to secure the glass spheres to get the ship up and running, up in the air, so to speak. And then they were basically not really ambushed, but approached by a small horde of centaurs that had Valar with them, his pretty bloodied up body. He got caught up in the avalanche, or not sure if it's the avalanche or it's them that did all the work, but they were wanting to trade him for Roland. Roland was going to volunteer to give himself up. The party kind of stayed him, kept him nearby, and I think it was Tigid that took a shot to pretty much put Valar out of his misery. After that is when the halo of arrows started raining down from all the centaurs, and Porto casted a giant fog cloud over the centaur forces, to which led to a couple volleys back and forth of blind volleys, I should say, of arrows flying out of the cloud and flying into it. They tried to make their way through the rest of the debris, and eventually did get away from the centaurs with the help of a powerful druid that showed up, Jodel. He was in the form of a treant, and he was throwing boulders at the centaurs to chase them back towards the other side of the pass. So once the group made it through the pass, that's when Tiga turned around and wham bam and brought down the rest of the mountain and closed the pass off completely, possibly burying your dwarf friends that you guys were with back into the mines. Now from there, you guys started talking, I think, with Jodel, and this is where I've got a question for how much he actually shared with you guys. Did he get to the point where he was telling you guys about the talisman of Tulum and how that could potentially be used to stop the Slotty portals?
I don't remember that.
Okay, then that's where we will start out then. I wasn't sure how far we got with his filling you guys in. A couple of the recap things. Tigid's currently wearing some braces you guys found in the crypts. He knows it gives him a +1 to AC. He's also wearing this cloak you guys found in the mines. Hasn't really seen anything odd about the cloak yet. Just seems like a everyday gray wool cloak. Who has the sword you guys found in the mines as well? You guys remember?
It wasn't me. I wasn't there that night.
I think Porto has it.
Okay. Since Portal's not here, if one of you guys want to take that one, I'll allow that as well. We'll just say it was on the hold of the ship, and one of you guys can have that one as well. That was a bastard sword, just like a long sword, +1. Has the insignia of the Dome City on the hilt. Okay, so Novex with
Well,
the
I'm
party.
better with short, so if you want to, you can take it, Tegan.
I'll just leave it in the hold for now.
Okay, that's fine. So Novex with the party. Valar's dead. Emmett is still missing and presumed dead back in the avalanche. And Roland, our normal member, had to bow out. So I've got a little tie-in here to how he leaves the story. So at this point, you guys have been traveling for at least another day or so. You guys took a long rest within the hold as you continue on your journey towards Dun-Tharos. During the night, you guys wake up and Roland has disappeared. But he had on his bedroll, or where his bed was set, he left a note underneath an odd-looking stone. The note reads, "I apologize for this, but I must leave. My dreams and visions are becoming more frequent, and I felt that it was time for me to investigate them further. Ever since our encounter with the centaurs in the mountain pass, I feel that whoever travels with me will be in danger. I have a better chance to travel undetected if I travel alone. Please give this stone to Nimba. I have harnessed my essence into this stone. Whoever possesses this stone also controls the wind methods. Put them to good use. Until we meet again, Roland." The stone has the same runes about it that you guys saw before along Roland's wrists when he called upon the wind methods. And out of character real quick, Will, the wind methods are what basically allows the ship to basically float along the terrain inside these 4 giant glass spheres that our little gnome friend Nimba built.
Okay.
Jodell the Druid has joined you guys' party. He's agreed to stay with you guys until you reach Gied, the next little trade town coming down the long road. He still wants to take that gem that Portal possesses back to the Druid Council, but Porter's been reluctant up to this point to let him have it. As far as you guys know, the 2 dwarves, Brunor and Diasa, headed back to Helgabal. So, from your last time, Druid believes the Slotty have once again built these portals into the material plane. He talked to you guys about what you guys saw down the mines, and he believes that's an old portal that was once used by the Slotty. And he tells you guys about this talisman that was once wielded by a great wizard named Talum. He built this talisman so he could basically destroy all the porters, but this happened like over 1,000 years ago. He's afraid that this may be what's happening now again with these Slotty. He's seen the Slotty along with these centaurs. Doesn't know if they've actually infected centaurs or they just subverted them into slaves, but they are working together, and that's what's behind all the centaur attacks lately. He tells you guys this talisman was partially destroyed, but partially saved. The talisman itself was last believed to be in the ruined city of Dun-Tharos, and the stone within the center of the talisman was an extracted piece of the spawning stone core. That's the spawning, excuse me. The spawning stone core is what's located in Limbo, and that's what all these Slotty are drawn to when they are first hatched. And as they leave the spawning stone, that's where they get the gem within the base of their skull that allows them all to basically work together as a hive. One second. I tell you, as legend goes, Talum traveled to Limbo and used some kind of a contraption that was built by a gnome engineer to extract a piece of the spawning stone core. And he embedded that into his talisman, and that's how he was able to basically create and or destroy any portal to and from the plane of Limbo. Like I said, Jodel was traveling with you guys for a short time. You guys have any questions or anything you want to ask him?
I think I took care of all my questions about the circle and stuff last time, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too. I remember what we asked about the circle.
Okay. during you guys' journey towards Dun-Tharos, Nivek still pushes you guys to continue to travel to Dun-Tharos, but Jodel starts asking you guys if you can possibly consider helping out with this, retrieving this Talum's lost talisman. Where's it at? He'll share with you guys about an old prophecy he once read of a small group of heroes that will someday band together once again to destroy the portals and banish the Slotty back to the Chaos Plane. He tells you guys that he believes the gods have chosen you guys to help save the material plane once again. And to do this, you guys must reconstruct that lost talisman. He says no doubt the Slotty will know this as well, so they will do what they can to prevent this from happening. Sorry, I got a cough there. So from this point, he tells you guys that Dun-Tharos is basically due south of where you guys are traveling. If you look on the map here, it's in this area right here, where you guys are still traveling to Dun-Tharos. Nivek wants you guys to travel to Dun-Tharos. Jodel is urging you guys to head to Dun-Tharos, and he will provide whatever help he can so you guys can retrieve the lost talisman. He tells you about Dun-Tharos, kind of the history behind it. It's a ruined city in the heart of Dunwood Forest. It was once the imperial capital of Narfell, but long ago the Rothmari battle mages laid waste to the city, leaving only ruined buildings and rubble. In the year 722, the year of the last hunt, a powerful druid called the Great Druid of Leth took residence in the ruins of Dun-Tharos and claimed the title of Netanjark. That's an archaic Nar title of lordship. In order to cleanse the Dunwood of Narfell's foul taint, he grew a living fortress of trees over the ruins. But more recently, in the year of the unstrung harp, a being known as the Rotting Man and his army of diseased creatures drove away the druid and took control of Dun-Tharos. The Netanjark fled into exile at Yeshelmar, an elven city in the forest of Lethir. If you look on the map, right there is the Yeshelmar. But again, that was still over 300 years ago. The Rotting Man occupied the ruins for several years before a strange mystical rite ran awry, trying to drive him out of it and summon scores of ancient demons to plague the forest. The city is now infested with demons and devils, no doubt, and they at night stretch out into the Dunwood Forest itself, looking for things to feast upon, unwary travelers, or any animals brave enough to venture close enough to the city walls.
And you believe this talisman is in Dun-Tharos?
That was its last known location. He tells you it's located within the central temple within Dun-Tharos, to where Talum's tomb lies.
Well, let's scout it out.
Yes, but we also must make sure this ship makes its way to its destination and build a bars for supplies for Helgabah.
At that, Nivek kind of
It's quite a
chimes in.
dilemma.
Sorry, go ahead, Corn.
I was just gonna say, but it's quite a situation, but I mean, we gotta kind of decide which one takes priority.
Nivek chimes in and says, supplies would do Helgabah no good at this point. What we need is men and blades and blood. I will still want to travel to Build-A-Bars to raise an army to bring back Helgabah to her glory. But if this talisman will help us lead us to that point, my sword is yours as well. We must make haste to do this journey quick, so we can build the army that we need to bring back Helgabah.
Well, it's a forest, and I do love a forest. Even one infested with demons, I think.
And Jodel informs you guys that he will journey with you guys as far as he can, and guide the way to Dun-Tharos. Just says keep aware that we do not want to enter the city at nighttime. The demons and devils are at their strongest and most active at nighttime. So if we can, we need to enter during the daytime to help make our journey somewhat safer.
Travel at night, fortify our positions, or travel at day and fortify our positions at night. Got it.
So you guys want to travel to Dun-Tharos, or where do you guys want to go from here?
Gordon, what do you say? Doris?
Yes, that seems to be the top priority at this moment.
Should we send the ship ahead to build a Boris to see to the needs of our other mission?
If they feel confident in traveling alone, yes.
All right. So as you
Turning back
guys,
to the crew. So what say you?
most of the crew kind of tells you that they're not going anywhere near the forest. Olimar, Nimba, Kish, and Ramor, they all agree to stay with the ship. They didn't want to go anywhere near the forest. Jim just kind of shrugs and doesn't really say anything, but he seems content to stay on the ship at this point.
Well, Jimba, I expected a few words from you to begin with. So take the ship on to build a Boris and tend to your mission there, and with luck, you on your return trip.
Take care of your travels.
All right, Novek offers up his shield and sword to your cause as well. At that, you guys hear Kishin call out from the crow's nest up above. Ahoy! A man approaching, on horse. There's a... Go ahead.
I say someone else should go out. It didn't go quite so well last time when I spoke first.
Alright. I'll walk to the front, or outside of the ship and wait for him to ride up.
All right, this is you, Will. So however you want to approach and bring yourself in, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll ride up and say, okay. Where is this vessel bound?
Hello. This vessel is bound to build a Boris, but we're actually taking a group of fighters into the forest of Lithir, so if you're a capable fighter, we could definitely have your help.
Well, indeed. My name is Will. I am a knight errant for the companions of the Noble Heart. This is exactly the kind of thing I need to be doing at this time in my progress with the Order. So I think that I've been making my way back to Heldeball. Have you come from there? What news do you have?
The news is grave, but there are many grave matters in the lands right now, and we're actually at work to stop these matters from continuing to get worse and perhaps even put right wrong. If you coming across us at this time, it almost seems like fate itself has brought you to us. We're on a mission, and we just heard from a druid that we're chosen heroes, and perhaps you're chosen yourself.
Well, if nothing else, I will join you.
At that, Jodo kind of nods in approval and says, "Ah, yes, I can see the party coming together, just as it was foretold. Welcome, young William."
Tegan looks over the rail and just kind of shakes his head. Mumbles something and walks back to find Storm.
Don't mind Teague, he'll get used to you. Once Storm likes you, he'll like you.
All right, so out of character, Will, this floating ship is unlike anything you've ever seen in the realm before. This is a one-of-a-kind ship. There are no other ships around that can pull this task off for more than an hour tops with use of some wizard elementals. But the fact that this ship is being used for long-haul transportation is quite a sight to see.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys are making your, I guess, introductions and pleasantries, so to speak, and William's getting kind of his run about the ship, helping you guys, I guess, supply up for your journey to Dun-Tharos. Jodell informs you guys that he received a message, or a sending, from the Druid Council, and he must leave at once to present his findings to the Druid Council. He's going to leave the party with 5 strange-looking pebbles. He explains each of these pebbles are imbued with a sending spell. Each pebble can be used for 1 communication, send and receive, to Jodell. Only 1 pebble can be used per day, and he urges the party to go ahead and travel to Dun-Tharos, and he will meet you guys as soon as he can. He says, don't enter the city, but meet him at the north gate of the city, and he should be there within a day's time, if not sooner. In his stead, he will call upon one of his animal companions to help guide your way through the forest towards Dun-Tharos. At that, he kind of looks over his shoulder and lets out a little whistle, and you see a large black raven approaching. It lands onto his shoulder, and he whispers a few things into the raven's ear. The raven looks over the group and then perches itself on the railing side of the ship, almost like it's waiting for you guys to move. He says, this raven here will lead you guys through the forest towards Dun-Tharos. It will only get within a few hundred yards of Dun-Tharos due to the evil taint that permeates throughout. He will not enter the city, as will no living thing, but he will guide you to the gates, where I will meet you within a day's time frame. He tells you when he meets back up with you, he hopes to secure a powerful ward scroll that will help you guys get past the great host of demons and devils that infest the city and make your way into the temple. Also, Nimba kind of chimes in at this point and says, hey guys, I got an idea as well. Here, since we've left Helgabah, I've had a chance to make a few more of those return potions. So here, I'll give each one of you a return potion. This will bring you right back here, safe to the Swift Sparrow. So once you find or get this talisman, just drink up and you're on your way back. Easy peasy. Sound great?
Yeah, sure. These things make me sick. You know that, Jimba. Remember.
Sickness is only temporary. Death is permanent.
Yeah. I take the potion.
Thank you, Nimba.
So unless you guys have any more questions for Jodell, he's going to make his way to the Druid Council.
Travel well, my friend.
He returns your greetings, shakes your hands, heads over to the side railing, and you see him transform into a golden hawk and proceeds to head kind of southeast. The raven kind of looks you guys over expectantly, almost like he's waiting for you guys to make a decision.
Teague looks around his meager belongings and looks at the rest of you. I'm ready.
You know me, I travel light. Let's go.
With that, Nimba pipes up against. Oh, one more thing. Here, I got a healing potion for each of you, and he hands out each one of you a healing potion. Since Renault and Porto, this is out of character. Since Renault and Porto are not here, I am going to bring one of them along with you guys, just so you're not kind of shorthanded in your group. And I'll just grab Porto in case Renault does show up. So all I need from you guys is to give me somewhat of a marching order of how you guys want to approach and make your way through the forest. You guys can go as wide as 3 or 4 wide, or single file. It's up to you guys.
Teague will scout ahead of the party, so I'll be in the front. Just I can find my way anywhere.
I'd say me and Nopek are probably side by side, just chatting about Helgabah and the town's guard and stuff.
Oh, here, I got an idea. I think I've got a forest terrain we can switch to with a path on it. You guys we can use that to kind of set up your marching orders. Hold on one second, let me switch.
Sounds good.
I guess it would help if I grab all you guys first. Okay, there it is. All right, so if you guys will, just kind of set your marching order there. Nivek will take the lead unless anyone objects to it. This is kind of the path right here as we're going through here. And you guys are heading in the direction from this direction. Oh, Tiki, you taking the lead?
Yep. I'm crazy.
All right, so Porto will be somewhere in the middle since he's kind of squishy, and Renault's not with you guys.
Wishy.
All right, so Dunwood Forest. It's dark, it's damp, it's cold. As you guys are traveling deeper into the forest, some of you guys almost think you see something moving out of the corner of your eyes. I mean, you'll see an occasional squirrel or a bird or a rabbit or something like that. But just something moving off to the distance where you just can't quite see it. But you just assume at this point it's just normal creatures of the forest. Oh yeah, and Jodo's not there yet. Alright, Nivek, just keep your wits about you, folks. This is still a evil forest. The demons do come out at night. No doubt they can hide here in the day as well. Plus there's the news of the rotting man as well. I have no idea if he still resides here, but there's stories of evil things within this forest.
Yes, very well. We'll watch our footing.
Okay, so what's everybody actively doing at this point as you're making your way through the path
I'm
of the
actively
trails?
watching the trail around me and actually foraging for various berries or whatever else I might happen to just see along the way.
Oh crap.
I'm just looking out for creatures.
Alright, so rewind just a minute. That was one more thing Nim was supposed to tell you guys. He reminds you guys to keep a lookout for the nightshade mushrooms, so you could potentially make some more return potions. He says no doubt they're all throughout this dark, damp forest where they like to grow.
Well, I'm definitely looking for those
I'll keep my
also.
eyes open since I've been looking for them in the past for him. I would know what they look like.
And also, your return potions are actually small, little bitty vials that are attached to a little necklace around each one of your necks. All right, so Tegan, you're looking out for what on the trail?
Just anything in general that jumps out at me that doesn't belong as far as forest noises are concerned. Plus, I'm looking for any food, berries, what have you.
Okay, that's another part of your ranger skill set, right? You can forage enough food for like 4 people.
Yep.
Okay. Tell you what, Tegan, you give me a survival check. Everyone else, give me a perception check.
I've got. Hold on. What do I got? I got survival proficiency. Should I make that?
No, because Tegan's the one actually looking at the trail, whatnot for stuff like that. So you and Corn will be making perception checks.
Okay.
All right, Tegan, you don't see anything out of the ordinary in your trails. You see the normal, game paths crossing here and there as you guys are making it through the forest, but nothing out of the ordinary. And Will and Quarren, you guys don't know anything out of the ordinary as well. Just kind of following your path, watching Tegan and Storm out in front, kind of scout out ahead of you guys. However, as you guys are making your way deeper into the forest, don't you love the word however? Isn't that just
Such a
awesome?
wonderful word.
Plot thickens.
As you guys make yourselves deeper into the forest, each of you guys make a one more survival check, please. Look at Tegan go.
Hey, it's a forest. I'm a ranger.
All right, so as you guys make deeper into the forest, you guys see Tegan jump almost 10 feet further down the path. So go ahead and move yourself about 10 feet further up, Tegan. The rest of you guys feel roots spring from the ground and wrap around each one of your legs and hold you fast in place. And Tegan,
What's this?
and this whole red area is pretty much just covered in these writhing roots that spring out of the ground and reaching for anything living at this point. What would you like to do?
I'd like to try and break free.
If you try to break free, give me a strength check, please.
I'm real good at this. Oh, that's actually good.
Well, you thought it was good. As you struggle to break free, you feel the roots go further up to your leg and grab you by the waist and actually slam you down into the ground, taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're now restrained as the roots entangle your entire body and hold you to the ground. Let me roll for Novek and the other guys real quick.
Same for me.
Yeah, you need an 18 to get out of this. That's if you try to break free, which I'm assuming you did. So Novek and Porto also fail. Now, Tegan, you see all four of these guys laying on the ground, completely covered in these roots, writhing roots out of the ground, and holding them to the ground. And Will, you took 3 points of bludgeoning damage. All right, as you guys are struggling on the ground, trying to basically make enough room for you to breathe, somewhat unlabored, you guys hear this almost singing sound coming from the roots. Who are you to disturb my forest? I sense the demonic taint upon this man. And you guys see the body of Portal being kind of shaken and constricted even more by the roots at this point. And the voice comes up again. He is the kind and the reason why I've lost my city. Tell me now, demon spawn, what are you doing here?
I'm no demon. I'm just a wood elf. I'm actually from this Dunwoods. I don't even know Porto that well. Whatever. Just free me, my friends. You can have him.
How quickly the elves betray the others. So history has told us they would. At that, you feel yourself being dragged away from Porto at this point. Quarren and Will and Novek. And you guys see Porto being raised up from these roots hanging from a tree limb at this point. You can hear him struggling to breathe at this point as the roots begin to kind of crush tighter about him.
What is the meaning of this? Who speaks? As Tegan looks about to find a voice, a person, something.
You hear the voices raising up again. Do me a dex check or a survival check, whichever's greater for you.
Of course, when I need it, I feel it.
Tegan, you too feel the roots coming up below you, grabbing at your ankles and wrapping around your feet. What's this, Ranger? Can't quite escape my grasp. Have you not heard the tales? You know who I am. This is my forest. Once the master of the city of Dun-Tharos, but now banished to live here forever in the forest. And you see rising up out of the ground inside, whoops, not with that. Rising up out of the ground, almost growing, and as it grows, you see it kind of pick up bits and pieces of debris, rotten tree trunks, and debris and plants and dirt alike, and rise into this huge mound of plantation and vegetation, rise up in somewhat of a human form at this point. You know my name. Say it so, or this man dies. And you see portals shake again from the tree limbs.
I know not your name, for I'm a stranger to this forest. I come here in search of something. Not to harm the forest, but hopefully to aid it.
Are you not friends with this demon spawn? Again, you see portals shaking in the tree.
He travels with my party, but we have not become friends as of yet. However, I would not wish him ill either, for he has helped me in the past.
He has not helped me. He has driven me from my home. Why should I let him live? Speak now.
He has driven you from his home? How did he drive you from your home?
I can.
What taint do you see upon him that we do not?
Everybody roll me a wisdom check. All right, Tegan and Corn, you guys recall from the conversations with Jodell that the rotting man was driven out from Dun-Tharos by the demons and the demon horde that took over Dun-Tharos in a magical rite that went awry. And that magical rite was performed by sorcerers who have the demonic taint within them. And you know that the rotting man senses this within Portal based on his sorcery background.
Rotting man, why do you sense this demonic coming from Porto? What is this that he's done that we don't know? We don't know him that well, but so we can't speak on his behalf.
It's not him specifically. It's his kind, I tell you. He has the demon taint inside him. I cannot stand the demons within my forest. When they venture out from the city, that is my only last bit of happiness, is to strangle the life out of them.
But this man has not harmed you. He has only recently came to your forest, and only then with I. And he has traveled through your forest, unharming any of it. Perhaps he is here to help you, not hurt you.
Roll me a persuasion check. You see him kind of grow a little bit bigger, pick up a few more trunks and stuff into his body mass. As lies, all lies. And you see him crushing Portal a little bit more, and you hear Portal kind of muffle a little, somewhat of a whimper. And you see some blood starting to kind of drip from the mound of roots and stuff that he lies with inside.
Please, if you don't know if that he's for sure done you harm, despite his race, you can't blame someone from the deeds of others and their ancestry. You must be just and not kill him for no reason at all.
Roll my persuasion check.
Alright, my -1.
You guys are on a roll. Let's see how he
Okay,
does.
so we're gonna get Ordo killed here tonight, guys.
Oh, goodness.
Hold on, I gotta roll my insight. There's a possibility he might get this one. Why must you fill my head with all these lies? I tell you, this man will surely die. You see him raise up a little bit higher into the tree and get squeezed again.
But Daddy cannot render services to you. He cannot help you or aid you against the demons as he intended to do when he entered your forest. Yet you shall kill him? Then who is being unjust there?
Give me another persuasion. This will be your last persuasion. What? What is this you speak of? Why must you defend this demonic spawn? I do not understand. What what is your purpose here? Why are you what are you where are you heading? Why are you in my forest?
He came here to travel to Dun-Tharos, to retrieve the stone so that we may fight the evil that is traveling in this world. He came to help us.
You see his head kind of cock, kind of like a dog does when it's trying to figure something out a little bit. So your plans are to do harm to the demons, to the devils?
My plan is to take the stone and do what I must with it.
I say of course.
Sorry, say it again.
I say of course. Well, Will says it. Kill demons.
Well, perhaps I'll hold on to this man here until you follow through on what you say you will do. If you can, perhaps, banish the demon lord within the city, I could be persuaded into letting your demonic spawn friend live.
And you will guarantee his safety until this deed is done?
You have no choice in the matter.
Oh, I have a choice. You will guarantee his safety until this deed is done?
My word is as old as the oldest tree. What I say will be done.
Then your word I will take. Please be careful with him. He tends to jump into things he shouldn't.
No need to worry about his safety. And you see like a blue light kind of shining around Portal's body within these mounds of roots hanging from the tree. And Portal seems to start breathing a little bit easier.
Then release us from your vines. We have work to do.
Oh, sorry, how about push to talk? At that, he kind of slowly retreats out of the writhing vines and roots deeper into the forest. And you can see Portal kind of being slung from tree to tree with these roots, kind of following him back into the forest as well, until you guys can see and hear no more of the rotting man. And then this giant field of writhing roots and vines recedes back into the ground, into the earth from whence it came. Novek chimes
Well,
in.
it seems we have...
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Novak.
Novek chimes in and says, "What sort of mess have we gotten our friend into? Surely we must drive these demons out if Porto is to live. But I fear we cannot trust this abomination. That's all it is, an abomination. Nothing that is of human flesh can be trusted."
I care not for Porto's safety, but I do care for the forest. I do care for the world, so therefore we will help. Now we have two jobs to do here. Retrieve a stone and slay a demon.
Who else but heroes could do this?
I'm sorry, say it again, Corin.
Who else but heroes could do this?
At that, Novek kind of nods, regards you somewhat proudly, says, "Yes, heroes with a task to do. We shall do our bidding, and we will free Porto, as my vow, as my word." Did I not? Oh yeah, Will's there. Then Novek looks over at Will, says, "What say you, fellow Paladin?" Somewhat questioningly.
Aye. We will do this.
I'll take it. You don't
While
have
they're talking, Tegan actually continued on down the trail.
compassionate Tegan.
Yep.
All right, so Tegan, you're noticing as you're going through the trail, the raven just kind of staying within 25, 30 yards ahead of you, kind of helping you along your way to stay on the path towards Dun-Tharos at this point. All right, so you guys are all agreed to pretty much leave, head towards Dun-Tharos. Did I have push to talk there?
Yeah, you did.
Will? Corin?
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, okay. All right, didn't catch that. All right, so you guys will travel for another 4 or 5 hours through the forest, kind of snaking your way around this trail. Don't really see any more signs of the rotting man or any kind of danger at this point. Again, the raven just keeps kind of darting ahead about 25, 30 yards ahead of you guys, leading your trail, your path along the way. Are any of you guys looking for the mushrooms as you go through here?
Tegan is.
Sure.
Okay, anyone's looking for the mushrooms, roll me 3 survival checks.
God, not a great start.
Holy crap. Hold on one second.
Now you're getting all the bad rolls out now.
Yeah, nice. Hope so.
As long as you don't roll like Wheaton, you're welcome in the group.
You guys find 9 more nightshade mushrooms along your path there. Based on Nimba's calculations, you guys remember early from that, that should equate to 4 times that number in return potions. So someone going to mark
Nimbus
that?
should be quite happy with this.
I put it in my notes.
Okay, you guys make sure you guys put it in the party loot.
Got it. Hold on.
All right, so as you guys are going deeper into the forest, you can see that the sun is starting to set off beyond the forest line, and you guys can see, you guys get within 100, maybe 200 yards of what looks like an old, dilapidated city wall, overgrown with trees and vines and old rotten growth at this point. And you see the bird kind of stop within 100 yards of this gate and doesn't go any further. It looks at the party and looks back at the gate and then flies back off towards the north. Novak
This must be it.
looks towards the setting sun and says, "This is not a good omen. These demons do come out at night. Yet, we cannot venture into the city yet. It's, should we wait for Jodel? What do you guys propose we do next?"
Propose we scout it out briefly while we can and find a place to hold up for the night.
All right, describe to me what you mean by scout it out.
I just get a general lay for the entrances, the exits, that sort of thing. Kind of get a feel for where things might come and go for the city.
Okay, give me a couple perception checks and 1 survival. And anybody else that's looking for the same thing. All right, so pretty much everybody at one point noticed some kind of movement within the city gates, within the trees, within some of the upper windows of some of the ruined towers and buildings within inside the city. But don't really notice anything moving outside the walls as of yet. You couldn't make out what it was, but there was obviously some kind of movement. And from what Jodell told you guys before, you're pretty sure that that was not some kind of a non-evil creature moving within. And Tegan, based upon your survival check that you did, you were able to find one pretty well hidden little cove within some trees, about 150, 200 yards away from the gate that you think may be pretty secure for the night if you guys want to try to camp there.
What say you, party? Hold up there for the night?
Seems like a good spot.
Yeah.
So we do double watches, no fire.
I only need 4 hours and then I'm good to go. Because I'm an elf, so if I take the first 4, the last 4 would be fine.
All right, I'll take the first watch. Will can take the second, and you can pick up the last 4 horn.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right, 1 second, guys. I'm pulling up my campsite map.
No problem. The vet can work in there somewhere as he wishes.
He's a bit old. Maybe he needs his full night's sleep.
You tell Nivek that, Cord. I'm not going
just let him sleep through it. He always will.
those armor wearers. They love to stay in that metal shell.
Yeah, I like to hit with those metal gloves too.
I think we stay here. If we can go through the night unnoticed, we can slip into the city in the morning and figure out what we need to find.
Oops, that's the wrong map.
We have a ship.
Mm.
We're sleeping in a boat.
1 second, please.
No problem.
Sorry, I moved my campsite way too far off to the right.
That happens. I had the same problem in the temple campaign. Way too many maps. There we are.
All right, did I get everybody?
Yep. Or actually, we're missing Porto.
No, you're not. Portal's with the Rotting Man.
Oh, I thought he was kind of with us, and then he gets buried.
No, he's
Fair
kind
enough.
of hanging from a tree.
We'll come back for him.
All right, so kind of position yourselves. Where are you going to kind of be camping for the night? Who's taking first watch?
Tegan.
Oh, didn't realize I had Corn and Nivek way at the top up there.
And Tate will kind of be moving around through his whole watch and kind of walking around the edges of the camp area. And because I'm sure it's going to get Will to pull his hood up.
All right, so as you guys all kind of lay down for the night, and Tiga takes the first watch, Tiga, you will give me a couple of survival checks, or no, I'm sorry, not survival, perception checks. All right, hold on a second, guys. I can't figure out why I can't select anything. Jason, you know why I can't select icons? What the heck is going on here?
See, what layer are you on?
Objects and tokens.
Well, if you're an object and token, you should be able to select us. Are the I call it the ones you're trying to select? Are they on that layer? Or are they on the GM's layer?
No, they're on the token layer.
That's weird.
I want to just try refreshing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. All right. So you guys ain't having any problems picking your icons or tokens and moving around, are ya?
No.
Nope.
This is pissing me off. Freaking roll 20. Finally. Okay. All right. So, Tegan, you notice coming from the northeast within your campsite, you see another bird approaching. As it lands on one of the branches in this tree over here, you notice that it starts to transform and drop from the branch to the floor, and you see Jodell approaching you. Hands up, almost like, okay, don't shoot, it's just me.
Welcome back, Dell.
Yes, I came in haste. I'm glad to see you. Whoa, what happened to Porto?
He's with the forest.
He looks at you kind of quizzically. Says, "What do you mean he's with the forest?"
Yeah. Well, the rotting man has him.
He looks somewhat shocked at you at this point. Says, "Oh, damn it! I forgot all about that. The sorcerer, his taint would have drawn the rotting man to him. I forgot to warn you guys of that. He senses any magic users within the demonic taint of the sorcerers. Damn it! Damn me!"
It's okay. He's not that close of a friend.
Well, perhaps I can make this.
Besides, I have his word for safety.
Perhaps I can make this right. I spoke with the Druid Council and they have provided me with a very powerful tool, a scroll that we can use to enter the gates unharmed. Hopefully, we managed to locate the talisman within the temple and extract it with no loss of life, no damage, no harm come to us. What must we do to get Porto back?
Oh, nothing major. Just slay the demon.
Slay the demon?
That's what I said.
The demon lord Ezra Ka is not someone to be messed with. He no doubt has hordes of his demons and devils by his side. That will not be an easy task.
Didn't say it'd be easy. Didn't say I was going to do it. Said that what had to be done.
Oh, I'm sorry, T. I just now saw your little thing in the chat.
That's okay.
So do you want to do that in front of Jodell?
That's fine.
All right. That was a private message to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the other guys are sleeping anyway. So as you put this cloak on, hold on, I gotta go back to my notes. It's been a while since I've looked at this. So as you pull the hood of the cloak over across your head, you feel the hood itself tighten around your forehead, and you feel this searing pain kind of permeate into your skull, and you take 4 points of psionic damage. At this, you hear Jodell kind of gasp as he sees this happening before you, and he says, "What sort of devilish fiend is this?" And you can feel almost like telepathically these white eyes starting to appear all around the circumference of your skull, and you can feel everything around you, almost like a bat feels with this echo radar. You can see Jodell's body standing before you. You can't make out colors, but you see him there. You can feel the trees around you. You can feel the stones behind you. So basically, this is a cloak of sacrificial light. Anytime you put it on, you run the risk of taking some psionic damage as it connects within your skull, within your brain, to help you have blind sight up to 60 feet.
Hmm.
And Jodell reaches out to you and grasps your hand and says, Teagat, are you alright?
I believe so, my friend. Things are quite odd right now.
Again, the sonic damage seems to have come and gone. You don't feel any more pulsing heat within your skull, but your senses are obviously peaked within 60 feet all around you. You cannot see anything in color, but you can feel everything around you.
Do I feel anything out of place?
As you sense out throughout the forest, no, you see nothing else out there. You can feel the presence of each one of your party members, and Jodell in front of you, and the trees and the rocks around you, but nothing else living or moving you can sense within your 60 feet.
Reach up and pull the cloak off my head.
As you pull the cloak off, you feel it kind of peeling, and almost you feel whatever was sunk into your skull kind of pop as they come off as you pull the hood off. And you take 2 points of psionic damage. Now give me a wisdom check. Based upon this experience, it's your belief that it needs a psionic connection with your mind in order to activate this blind sight feature within this cloak. You're not quite sure if it will be a permanent thing or if it was a temporary connection that you had with this psionic damage.
Looking at Jodell. I'm sorry, I just recently obtained this cloak. So, you say you have a scroll?
Ah, yes. Sorry, I was somewhat distracted by this cloak trying to eat your brain or something there. Yes, the scroll. Here it is. You see him fumbling through his backpack and pulling it out here. I was able to secure this. It's a powerful ward scroll. It helps us get past the great host of demons. It's where the heck is it? Excuse me for a second. Gotta find it in my notes.
No problem.
Ah, yes, here it is. It's a scroll of demonic repulsion. It will repel any demon or devil within 100 yards of you once you cast it. Now, I warn you, don't cast it until we enter the city, and then we must make our way quickly to the temple, located in the center of the city. The spell only lasts about an hour, so we must make haste. If all goes well, we should be in and out in less than 30 minutes. Or better yet, once we secure the talisman, we can use Nimba's return potions.
Well, that will solve half the problem, but that would still leave our friend Portho.
Ah, yes, that will be a dilemma at this point.
We shall discuss it with the party in the morning. If you care to join us, the others have bedded down for the night. I'm on watch for another hour or so, and then I do believe it's Corin's turn.
Says, rather than nap at this time, I will do a little scouting of my own. And you see him kind of transform again into a small little rat. And he kind of scurries off his way towards the city walls and gates.
Tegan nods approvingly and goes back to his watch.
All right, so you'll do your watch. Who's taking the next watch?
Corin, I believe, was up next.
Yeah, I guess so.
When I wake Orin, I will inform him that Jodel has returned and is off scouting the area.
Ah, good. It's good to have him around.
That was that a 4-hour watch or a 2-hour watch?
2 hour.
Oh, then I
Also,
actually need 2
it would
more
be
out.
wouldn't be Orin, then it'd be Will. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you're taking a 2-hour watch, Corn?
Yeah, 2 hours from then Will for 2 hours, then Orin for 4.
All right. Nothing happens during your watch, Corn. Who's got next watch? Will?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens during your watch. And then Vec has the last one. You guys lucked out. Nothing happened or disturbed you during your restful night. So as dawn kind of comes up over the trees and starts kind of making its way through the vines and the somewhat dead overgrowth, you see Tegan, you notice a little rat comes up to your foot and then transforms back into Jodel. Says, it's as I feared, the city is infested with many demons and devils, but the fact that we made it through the night without any kind of interactions or encounters is amazing, but we'd be better off going during the day. Is everybody awake?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah.
I believe so. Someone wake Storm up. Damn lazy wolf.
Nivek kind of goes over to
Snow, come on.
the dog kind of reluctantly and gives a little nudge with the toe of his boot.
Storm wakes up and kind of yawns lazily and then gets up and trots over to Tegan. Yeah, about time you got up. Where were you when this cloak was eating my face last night?
Forget rid of Will. You alright, Will? I know it's been kind of crazy since you joined up. So much has happened fast.
Very restless sleep. But there's great evil here, and I will be glad to see it. Well, at the very least, threatened.
Yes, hopefully we can get Poro back, but it's quite a task ahead of us to do so.
Nivek kind of turns to Tegan and says, "What's this of your being attacked by a cloak?"
Yeah, well, apparently this cloak I found in that gelatinous cube lair likes to get a little too friendly with my forehead.
He kind of gives you somewhat of a
Would you like to try it?
he gives you somewhat of a confused look. Says, "I'm not sure what kind of devilish thing you're talking about here, but I want no part of it." He kind of takes a step back.
Well, it lets you see very well, I might add, after it gets done trying to suck your brains out.
I think I'll go without being able to see and keep my brains, thank you.
Very well, Vivek, very well.
Kind of shakes his head like he's not really sure exactly what you're talking about, but nonetheless, he says, "So, what is our plans? How do we plan on retrieving this talisman?"
Well, I think Jodel can help slightly with that, but we also have the issue of finding Chief Demon in there, too.
At that, Jodel,
Unless you just want to leave Portho with the Rotting Man, which is fine by me.
kind of chimes in and says, "So I have no doubt that once we cast this scroll, the entire horde, the entire city will know of our presence. They won't be able to come near us, but they will be aware. So no doubt Demon Lord Ezra Ka will come about. So if we get the opportunity, I say we take it. Perhaps the 5 of us together can take him down."
I asked him, what exactly do you know about this Demon Lord's powers? Like, what is he capable of?
No doubt if he's the lord of the city, he is a powerful demon. There is no hierarchy or politics within the demon society. It's just simply who grows the strongest and the most powerful and takes that leadership role until someone stronger takes their place by defeating them in open combat or possibly assassinating them. So no doubt he is very powerful. No doubt he has some lesser demons as well under his rank.
Well, sounds like could be bad news, but I think we feel I feel obligated to try and save Porto at least, despite not knowing him that well.
At the mention of Lord Ezra Ka, Tegid, you notice under some of the trees, some of the roots start to kind of shake and curl their way kind of towards you guys again. Not in a threatening way, but you obviously notice the motion of the roots.
My friend, I think the forest may have ears. I point toward the roots.
At that, you see Jodo kind of turn his head and look to where the roots were moving. He says, "Just stay here. Let me try this." And you see him kind of close his eyes, almost like he's meditating at this point, and he almost like he's reaching out with his mind to talk to the trees. You see his eyes kind of flutter a few times, and a little bit of recognition comes over his eyes, and he opens his eyes back up. Says, "Yes, that was the rotting man. He still holds our friend. But he also tells us that if the time comes that we need his help to defeat Ezra Ka, he will join the fight."
Will says, it occurs to me that uh, maintaining maintaining an element of surprise may be advantageous in taking out this demon lord rather than using this ward and immediately alerting the entire city to our presence. Would it Jodel, do you believe it would be possible to make our way into the city without it?
Jodel kind of regards you and he says, It is possible. It's daytime. Their activity is less, but we will have to be very, very careful and stay out of the shadows. They tend to avoid the light. As strange as it may sound, going down the center of a street or an alleyway may be our best bet. But if trouble should arise, I tell you that we must use the scroll. We cannot stand against this entire city horde.
Then
Yeah,
we'll
I can
hold
see
the
them.
scroll until we have no other choice. Travel down the widest avenues and head toward the temple. Since it's a main temple, I would think it would be in the center of the city. Anyone know more about cities than I do? Probably all of you.
No, Jodel will inform you guys that yes, the temple is located right in the center of the city. Like you said before, it's half an hour to get to the center and back, assuming no issues, no blockage of the streets, nothing like that. He begins to scribble on a piece of parchment, kind of giving you a crude looking map, kind of showing the layout of the city. That's pretty much a square city, has a gate, the north side, the south side, and the west side, and a large square building in the middle of the city that he says where the temple resides within. He said no doubt there will be some demons, perhaps the demon lord himself, within that temple.
Then let's travel to this temple.
All right, so you guys going to try the stealth approach?
Well, yeah, but try to stay in the light.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to say again with this element of surprise business. I'd like to try and see if I can sense a greater source and see if I can identify a location, or at least the direction of the demon lord himself. I'm going to use divine sense, maybe as we're going into the city.
Is that a concentration spell? So it pretty much runs the whole time you're concentrating on it?
It's just a feature. Pull up the book.
No, it's fine. If you're saying it's just pretty much like an active thing, I'll accept that. That's fine. Just need you to clarify what the range is on it.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys all took a equivalent of a long rest. So if you need to heal up before I move you guys to the other map, go ahead and do that.
Oh, it's probably not going to do much. Divine Sense is 60 feet.
Okay. So,
We actually do that when we get to the temple. See if he's close by.
okay, so you're not going to actively turn it on when you go into the city?
Yeah, I'm reading this right now.
All right, I'm going to move you guys to the other map here while you figure this out for a second.
Yeah, I have 3 of these per long rest. This lets me know the location of any celestial fiend or undead in 60 feet. Oh, know the location. Not behind total cover. Oh, so it's probably really not going to be very useful. But I will do it anyway once we get to the temple, just in case.
All right, so I have the map up right now. And as you guys can see, it's pretty much like Joe Dale explained it to you guys. A large square, the big building in the center here. That's the temple. So I need you guys to pretty much just kind of lay yourself out in this main alleyway here if you can, in your general marching order. How do you guys want to approach in here? I realize it's not to scale, but this is just going to give you your general direction or your general location.
Actually, I'm going to walk forward with Nevek.
Oh, did I put you in there twice again?
Oh, yeah.
You're a twin. Alright, so I need everyone to roll me a stealth check.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I got to roll for Tegan.
Tegan shakes his head.
I got to roll for Nevek. Alright, so the two big clunky paladins think they're being very sneaky at this point. Everyone to the back of them can pretty much hear their armor kind of clattering as they walk down this main road right down the middle of the street. Everyone roll me a perception check.
See, Storm, this is why we don't wear metal.
Alright, Tegan, you hear and see several little demons approaching through some of the ruined buildings. You can see a movement within the windows, around some of the doorways. They haven't come out into the street, but you see the movement within the buildings. They obviously know
Heads
you're
up,
here
we have eyes in the buildings.
on both sides of you.
As he says it, he actually points at them.
Okay, again, nothing at this point.
Couldn't imagine why they know why we're here.
You kind of hear cackling and whispering and whatnot from some of the windows and the open doorways and some of the alleyways as you guys make your way closer to the temple. You guys gonna continue forward, or are you guys stopping?
I'm going forward.
Got a bad feeling about this,
forward.
but let's continue.
Hold out a torch for more light. I'm sure it's daytime, but more light can't hurt.
Okay, so you have a torch in one hand.
Yeah.
That means your weapon is not drawn then.
What does Navek wield?
He has a long sword and a shield. His shield has his holy symbol. He will not put that away for anything.
Right. I walk with my. Can I walk with my weapon as basically a staff?
You just won't be able to use it as a weapon. That's a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, I'll drop the torch as soon as I need to.
Jordell kind of sees you fumbling with this torch and trying to figure out how you're going to hold it and your weapon at the same time. And he approaches quietly up around your shoulder, says, "Here," whispers in your ear, "Let me help you." And he kind of does a little motion with his hands, and you see the butt end of your was it glaive or halberd?
Yeah.
You see the butt.
Something in between the two.
You see the butt end of your sword kind of glowing bright as he casts a light spell upon the end of it.
Okay. Cool.
Not sure if that will really help us, but go right ahead. It'd be better than holding a torch with the other hand.
Yeah.
All right, one more perception check, everybody.
T gets his bow ready.
Corn, you notice coming up behind you and slowly make its way out into the light, into the street behind you, are more demons, small in stature, but they're bravely starting to kind of work their way into the street behind you as well.
They're closing in on us, guys.
How far to the temple?
You're at this point, I'll say you guys are probably about 75 yards to the temple.
Keep going.
We make a break for it?
No, just keep walking. Don't break our stride.
Okay, 1 second, please.
The fur all along Storm's back is on end, and he's growling in his throat as we walk.
All right, I'm not going to switch maps yet.
He's not happy.
But at this point, you guys see and hear all these demons starting to kind of pour out of all the houses and screaming and shrieking as they start chasing you from behind and from the sides. You need to run or we're going to roll initiative.
Let's run.
Run
Get
for
inside
it.
the temple.
Yep.
Okay, I need everyone to make me an athletics check. Because you guys are running through still some debris and rotten trees and whatnot along this pathway.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics. Okay, I'll take that.
Alright.
You lucky
+5.
bastards. All right, so you guys manage to dash your way towards the temple as you see this horde, at least 4 or 5 dozen of these small little creatures shrieking and running towards you guys, obviously alerting the rest of the city at this point. But you guys are able to leap over the debris, the downed trees and shrubs and whatnot blocking your path, and make it up to the back wall of this temple. There's no door on this side, but you guys managed to get up to the doorway there with the rest of the horde coming towards you. Which way are you guys going? Decide quick.
Left.
Left.
Okay, one more perception check from whoever's in the lead.
That'd be Navek or Will.
Will, you want it? You may let Navek take it. It's up to you.
Yeah, I rolled, but
All right, you don't see anything at this point. As you guys round the other corner here, you can see another mound of at least another 24 of these little minions blocking your path to get around the other side of the temple. And you hear more shrieking coming from further inside the city as they try to basically corner you in this little corner over here. Where I put Will is where the party is located.
I've got a climbing kit. If I use that, will that help the others as well to climb up on top of the temple?
Give me a wisdom check real quick. You think that's an excellent idea.
All right, that's what I do.
What are you going to do?
That's what I'm gonna do. Use my climbing kit, and is that athletics?
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Can we get around the side of the temple, or are we cut off?
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to grab Storm there. As Will starts throwing his rope up there, Navek shouts out to him and says, "Stop it, you fool! We don't have time for that. Jodel, it's time for the scroll. We cannot get out here alive." You guys agree? Jodel?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, at that, you guys see Jodel kind of stand in the middle of you guys, pulls out the scroll and starts chanting quickly in some kind of unknown tongue that you guys, maybe Teagid, recognizes some of it. But as he does this, he starts to emit this glow about himself, a bright white light, almost like he's an angelic being at this point, and the light permeates 100 yards out approximately. And you can see the closest minions and demons kind of shrieking back and kind of retreating back into the buildings and whatnot, almost like the light itself burns them at this point. You can hear a kind of shrieking and shrills coming from all the buildings all around you guys as more continue to pour out, but they all maintain their distance and shield their eyes from this bright light emitting from Jodel.
Let's get inside the temple, hurry.
Quickly, into the temple wall.
All right, so you guys can continue to make your way around the side of the temple and up the steps into the main entrance there. As you guys make your way, you can just see hundreds of these minions, small, medium, large, all keeping their distance, but all snarling and salivating at the sight of you guys when they can make it past the brightness of Jodel's emitting light coming out from his body. You guys are able to make it into the temple, and there's basically an outside corridor along the whole inside of it with doors leading deeper inside. And Jodel, kind of without even asking you guys, starts leading towards the inner temple itself, motioning you guys to follow him.
Teagid has bow ready, covering Jodel and following. Storm's at his heels.
Yeah, I follow. Get my
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
thing up, and I'm gonna do that divine sense.
And Navek kind of walks up beside Jodel as well as they enter into the inner temple there itself. And Will, your divine sense is just off the charts. I mean, you're sensing all this devilish fiends all around you, all along the outside of the temple, still maintaining that. Well, I guess if it's 100 yards, then you're not getting anything. As you, I guess, approach the outer portions of that circle, you sense the demons all within that perimeter that Jodel is emitting, but nothing within inside of it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let me switch.
I'm wondering if I sense any.
Go ahead.
I just wonder if I get to the edge. Well, I don't really want to. I guess I don't want to do that.
Decide quick.
No, I was staying with everybody else.
All right. So the entire group's going into the inner temple with Jodel and Navek, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh crap, forgot to bring you guys in. Well, let me go back and get you. Sorry, I forgot to bring you guys in. Let me go back and get you. One second, go on my notes. Okay, you guys open up, enter into this main temple area here. You can see all kinds of scattered bones and debris of, you're not sure what it is, but there's obviously the floor is just littered with all kinds of leftover bones and pieces of some kind of flesh, some kind of animal at one point. In the two corners here, you see large statues of some kind of humanoid or elf people. Not sure if you really recognize them or not, but each one of these four statues here are larger than an average man, but they again appear to look like some kind of human slash elvish type of warriors.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, did we lose somebody?
Corin.
Let's give him a minute.
Not sure why he would have timed out. I don't know how many timeout limits set on the server.
User entered your channel.
There he is.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I was waiting for you to come back there. Alright, so I was saying,
Yeah, my wireless disconnected real fast, but it's back up now.
alright, you still on the map? You see the temple?
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, so as you guys enter this central chamber, you can see the center of the room is a crude looking, what you're guessing is an altar table of some sort. Over on the west side of the room, you can see an empty tomb with the concrete shape of some kind of a elf form shape on top of the top to the tomb. Again, all the bones are scattered about throughout the room, all over the floor. You see one door. Technically, that door to the north is actually the one that came from the south, and there's also a door leading out to the outer chamber to the east as well. Jodell motions towards the tomb over there and says, "That's Talim's tomb. That is where the talisman should be, at the base. Quickly, we must retrieve it."
Corin, take a look. I'll cover you.
I'll run up and investigate it first. See if someone's trapped about it.
Where are you investigating? Show me.
Just right by where he's pointing at the talisman.
Yes, we're saying the talisman is right at the base of this tomb, right there. Yep, right where you pointed. Alright, so as you approach, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, but you all hear these loud booms as you look back towards the east, and you see a stone door dropping, basically sealing off this entrance right on this side. And another loud boom as you see a stone door drop across this entrance here as well. Those are the only two ways out of this room. And out of the altar in the center, you start to see and smell a pungent odor starting to emit from this altar. Everybody make me a con save. All right, Tegid, Corin, Navek, and Jodel all pass out from this pungent odor. Will, you're able to quickly pull your shirt, your tunic up over your mouth and nose to stop.
That was Storm.
Oh, sorry. Sure it
No,
was.
Tegan passed out. The second one was Storm.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, but Corin, before you pass out, you notice at the base of that tomb where you were approaching, you see a large indentation that seems to match the shape of the talisman that Jodel had explained to you. All right. So basically, Jodel, Navek, Will, and Tegan are all passed out. No, sorry, not Will. Will is awake.
Hmm.
All right, Will. What do you want to do?
Oh, so there's, you said there's an indentation?
You didn't see that.
The shape?
You didn't see that. Only Corin did.
What do I want to do? We'll try and, so this gas is, or something is coming out of the middle of the table?
Correct.
Oh. Can I...
You get one action before you get to make another con save.
Okay, I want to go over to Jodel and try and pick him up, get him on the table and, like, up above the level of the fumes, if that's possible.
Okay, give me a strength check. Or athletics, whichever is better for you. Alright, you're able to pick him up and make your way to like a open spot on that little altar a little bit higher up. But you can see the fumes are still emitting above where you're able to set him on that pedestal. So roll me another con save. Same thing for Storm. I'm assuming at this point Storm would just kind of huddle over you. Is that right, Tegid?
Yeah, without me telling him what to do, yeah, he just kind of huddled there and whimper and probably lick my face.
Alright, so Will, as you place Jodel at the top, you can feel the noxious fumes kind of permeating through your tunic over your nose. You can feel your eyelids getting heavy as everything starts to kind of black out. And obviously Storm passes out here as well. And the room goes dark for all of you. Dun dun dun!
Well,
Next time on the Old Lands of Hope and Despair.
You're not dead. You just passed out at this point. So hold on one second. There, now you're officially knocked out. The suspense is killing you, right?
Tune in next week to find out if our heroes die or not.
Gosh dang it, come on. Click on it. Alright, each of you slowly start to come to. And as you guys come to, you realize that you guys have all been removed of your weapons. Each one of you are in chains at this point. And you look to each side of this temple. Yeah, even along this east door as well. I didn't draw them in there, but there's all along that east wall as well. You're surrounded by dozens of these same little minions you saw out in the yard that were chasing after you. They're all maintaining their distance. Jodel's light at this point has died, no longer emitting the white angelic look that he had before. And you guys see one large demon up towards the temple, near where the tomb of Talum is, casually kind of leaning up against the tomb. You see him holding this large, vibrant, almost on fire sword. And he takes one of his long index fingers with a long nail on it, points to this emblem, or this necklace charm on his chest, and says, looking for this? And you guys all notice the talisman is hanging from his neck on a chain necklace. Any of you care to say something before he does something next?
Pretty jewel. Care to provide it to us?
He kind of looks at you and there's a little snicker, whatnot, and you hear all the little minions beside you kind of cackling and laughing with their little shrill voices, whatnot, at your absurd little request at that. Ah, yes, I'm sure you would like that very well much. But I'll tell you what I would enjoy very well. At this point, there's no doubt by now we could have torn you limb from limb, but as we've been here for a good 300 years now, we grow tired of the easy kill, and we like to make a sport of it. As you might, well, whether you like it or not, we don't really care. But we took a vote, and we decided that we would like to see you guys fight for your lives. In the end, you'll die anyway, no doubt, but you can die quickly, or you can die slowly. And at that, he kind of points over towards a couple of the minions on the north side of the wall, and you can see what looks like a partial torso and a head and part of an arm of what appears to be one of those slotty creatures you guys fought before. It's still breathing, like it's alive, and where its limbs are missing is like they've been healed or sutured, so to speak, so that they're gone, but he is still alive.
Ah, so you don't like them either.
They tried to get this pretty little necklace as well. No, it seems like this is a good way for us to be fed. I'll hold on to this for a little bit longer, thank you very much.
So our choice is to die quickly or slowly, correct?
It's your choice. Like I said, you'll die either way. But,
I'll take old age.
I'm sorry, say again?
I'll take old age.
Old age is not an option. All the other minions kind of join in and start their laughing, their shrill little shrieks. You can see them all salivating out the sides, wanting to get towards you, and he kind of motions to them to stay back at this point. So as you can see, my minions here prefer to eat live flesh, so they can feel their victims' life blood still pumping as they sink their teeth into them. It's an acquired taste, no doubt. But like I said, we took a vote, and we'll match up our best demon with one of you, one by one, and we'll see how you fare. Do you accept?
Well, as we don't seem to have much choice, the only question I really have is, do we get our weapons?
Your puny weapons would do you no good. We want this to be somewhat of an entertaining fight, so let's make this interesting, shall we? And he kind of motions over to a couple of the minions over to the north side, and they produce from behind them this large-looking footlocker or chest, and they carry it out over by the tomb, and they dump it out in front of you, and you can see an assortment of weapons and shields and other odds and ends stuff in there. Says, tell you what, take your pick, one from this pile. It did the previous owners no good, but perhaps it will help you live a little longer. But this will definitely make things a little bit more interesting. Only question I have is, who wants to go first?
Well, I don't use weapons actually, but unless you have something a monk use.
Ah, I love a volunteer. And at that, a couple of minions kind of come up and they grab you by the chains, and actually not a couple, it's like 4 or 5, 6. You're not sure how many of them. They're all over you. And they kind of drag you up closer to
Excuse you.
the pile, so you can kind of take a look at some of the items inside there. And so you see there's a bow, you see some fist weapons, you see a wand, there's a crossbow, a dagger, a glaive, a shield, some gloves, and what appears to be several healing potions. He looks at you.
All right. Well, I'll grab the fist weapons and some the potions.
Ah, he has chosen. Very well, very well. So, it's my time to choose. Let's see. Which one of my lesser demons would I like to take on you?
No, wait. You said the best of us, therefore you must fight.
That would not be entertainment at all. Tell you what, if any of you survive, then I'll give you the opportunity, the privilege of trying to survive more than a few seconds against me. How do you like those odds?
Very well.
Okay, at that you hear him kind of rear back and
Odds don't come into it.
he just kind of shakes his head at you like you're a fool. A fool, just like all the rest that came in here that think they can destroy us. This is my city. Has been for eons. We banished the rotting man, we banished the druids. This is our city. At that, he kind of rears his head back and lets out a loud scream of Azul! It is your turn to feast. And you guys see the door off to the east kind of rise up, the stone door, and come walking through. You see this large demon dressed in some kind of, you're not sure if the horns are part of his helmet or it's part of him. Got a large, what appears to be a two-handed sword that he's holding in one hand. And he comes walking in. Ah, yes, master. I live for blood. I live for it. Who do I get to defeat first? At that, he kind of motions over towards Quarn and tells the minions to release your bonds. They all kind of stand over you watchingly, waiting for you to pick up just one of the your chosen weapon, which I believe you said was the fists, right?
Yep.
Alright, so as you take a closer look at these fists, you can see a strange inscription along each fist. They're in the shape of a snake's head. Each eye is a gem that's currently glowing yellow. And the inscription along the fists, here I'll just type it in phonetics here. That's what it says phonetically on each fist. As you place them over your hands, you can feel somewhat more powerful. There's some kind of an aura you can feel coming off of them. You get a +1 to your attack or damage as you wield these.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so I'll give you a minute to kind of...
I bumped that in my sheet.
Oh, you're adding the +1 to your sheet? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, if you're ready, let's roll initiative.
Damn.
Nice.
Alright, you see this large demon kind of step before you at this point. Kind of looks you up and down, and that's a big grin or snarl out of his face. And he kind of holds his sword out in front of him, almost like he's daring you to attack first.
Alright. I'll run right up at him. I think I get, let me double check here. Yeah, I get 3 attacks now.
Holy crap, Corn.
Nice.
AC 16 is what you're going for this guy, so you obviously got 2 hits in there.
Alright, sweet.
All right, so you feel these snakes kind of envelop your hands as you pound this thing once, twice, three times. It's able to sidestep one of them, but you connect solidly twice among its midsection and across its chin. You see it kind of rearing back like it lost a little bit of blood, but it comes back at you like licking its lips, licking the blood off its corner of its mouth, and just smiling and staring at you like he's ready for more. You see him rear back with his sword, and comes crashing down with a... That's just 11, so your AC is better than that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. He swings twice at you with his sword and misses badly. He's almost like surprised about how nimble you are and how easy you are to kind of sidestep both of his attacks at this point. He looks somewhat surprised, but not scared. Okay, your turn.
Right.
So that was three of them, right? 26,
Yeah.
22,
Yeah.
and 20.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
It's okay. All the ones will be mine. Don't worry.
All right, so he's caught somewhat off guard about how badly he missed you. As you rain your blows back upon his head, his midsection, and give him one crack across his knee, almost like buckling him, as he drops down to one knee at this point. He's obviously bloodied and missing a few more teeth, and he's got an eye that's slightly not where it used to be, but he's still standing there, albeit on one knee. At that, you see him kind of reach down into himself and tuck his head into himself, and as you hear him mumble some kind of incoherent word as he starts to scream it, you see a ball of fire building within his hand, and he hurls it towards you. A 21, I'm assuming that hits you.
Yes, it does.
For 10 points of fire damage, as this ball of flame erupts as it hits you right in the midsection. Ooh, it gets to do that twice. So both of his hands were burning up. That's a 16 with his second one. Does a 16 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay, so he hurls one ball of flame with his right hand, and the left hand follows right behind it. But as you took the first blow, he almost kind of bent over with the force of it, and the second flame flies over your head, and it blasts into two or three of these mains on the other side of the wall over here, and they explode into a big cloud of dust and smoke and guts. You're up.
All right. Same old thing. A triple attack.
Damn, you really don't like this guy, do you? So 10, 19, 27.
No, I do not.
All right, so you come out flying with a flurry of blows with your, I don't know if you're doing all your fists, your knees, your feet, your head, whatever you're doing, but you hit him so hard, his head like almost goes, you sink your fist into his skull to where his eyes and his nose used to be, and it punches out the back side of his head as he falls dead with your fist stuck into his skull. And I did not expect you to totally kick his ass like that so quick.
Nicely done.
At that, you hear all the minions
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
side.
all but one was a hit.
All the minions on the side like start shrilling and shrieking. Some of them excited, some of them somewhat amazed at how easily you're able to defeat this guy at this point. The Demon Lord just looks at you kind of somewhat not really impressed and says, very well, you will get your time in the limelight, no doubt. Minions. And you see about 20 of them run up to you again, kind of reluctantly looking at you while you have your hands still in these fists, and they kind of escort you off to the side again. And they drag off this corpse, what's left of it, off to the side here as well. Well,
Can I keep the gloves?
yeah, you still got the gloves on, but they put the chains back on your wrists.
Sweet.
The demon lord looks over at you and says, "Very well. You will be a fine opponent, no doubt. You'll still die, but you'll be a fun opponent. Okay, step up next. Who else wants to try their luck?"
It'll be me.
Ah, look at this fine-looking young human specimen. Human flesh tastes the best, no doubt. And all the little minions kind of shrill and shriek. They're just ready to dive in there. Let's see. Perhaps I can come up with something a little bit better than this pathetic excuse of a demon azul. Let's see. How about Myrna? Yes, Myrna. Bring out Myrna. At that, you see the stone door raise up again. And you see this little, not little, it's a flying demon about the same size as you, come running out. It's got some kind of a large chain whip, barbed whip. It's flailing around as it flies around above the altar. Kind of circles around you like 2 or 3 times. Kind of taking a look at you and smiling and drooling before it sets down on the ground here. Will, is that your name? Take your pick of the weapons. And they all kind of escort you up to the pile here to take your look. Need me to repeat what's in there again?
You said the glaive?
Correct.
Yeah, grab that.
Okay, you take a look at this this large glaive. You can feel it's cold to the touch, colder than it should be with this type of steel. You see, it's made of some kind of finely crafted steel you haven't seen in your lifetime. You can feel the balance of it is almost perfect. You'll get a +1 to attack and your damage on this one. And it also has some strange words inscribed along the side of it. So let me write them off to the side here phonetically for you. You don't recognize or understand the words or language on the side of it, but again, that's what it says, like phonetically.
Okay. Like I read it? Like it's a script I know?
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay, but I don't know what it means or whatever.
Correct.
Do I have any? I don't have any. Do I have any sense of like what the words are for? Like what?
Give me a
what
wisdom
this
check
little-
or history.
Nope.
Nope, you're not sure what that word means.
All right.
Demon Lord looks at you. So, he has chosen. Are you ready to fight, my puny human?
Hi.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hi. Hi.
Alright, so I'm going to move you back here to your starting position here. Alright, roll initiative.
God.
Not so good. Alright, 1 second, I gotta look up which kind of demon he is. Alright, you see this flying demon creature before you. It leaps into the air and starts batting its wings and lets out a loud shriel as it rears back this giant chain whip and starts slinging it around above its head and below it, almost like it's a martial art nunchaku. And then he rips it towards your head. And he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, goodness.
One second. Four points of piercing damage.
Okay.
He reaches out, slaps you upside the head of it again, pulls it back again, and tries attacking one more time with the same thing. And rolls a 17. Is that hit?
AC is 16. So yes.
And I'm rolling like crap. 3 more points of piercing damage. Your turn.
Okay. Right up. Oh, so is it up in the air?
It's within 10 feet of you.
Right now?
Correct.
Oh. So I would have thought, I thought I had to be here for it to be 10 feet. But I thought it was also maybe up in the air.
Its chain whip has a reach of 10 feet.
Okay. So, I have the reach, and so I will... Sorry.
AC 16.
So I'm gonna... Pardon?
AC 16 is what you got to beat.
Okay. I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to bonus action, Divine Favor. Yes.
Refresh my memory on Divine Favor.
Yep.
No, I'm saying, what does Divine Favor do?
Yeah, no, I put it in. I put it in here, even though there's not really much. I'm finding it. Oh. It's a concentration 1 minute bonus action until the end of the spell. All weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant.
For a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically 10 rounds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have more than one attack?
Well, so I have an attack and a bonus, but so normally I'd have 2, but I use my bonus action.
All right. So you see him kind of easily kind of dodge your glaive as you try to stab him.
Yeah.
And it rears back and circles back around kind of on the side of you here. And you see it kind of pull the whip back and come screaming towards you again. It rolls a 20 for 9 points of piercing damage. So you feel the chain kind of rake into your back, just right below your breastplate. And then he pulls it back, ripping more flesh out as he pulls it back again and comes in for another hit. Rolls a 18. You said your AC was 17, right?
16.
8 points of piercing damage as he rips more flesh.
Oh, looking good.
Your turn.
Do you know if in the bonuses penalties section, because currently I've added the +1/+1 for the weapon I'm using. You know if I can add like dice formulas there as well? Like, can I add my 1d4 there?
It's on the very first page of your character sheet where you can add the +1 to it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the d4, can it add a dice formula in there?
Jason, help me out here. I can't remember where you put that in at.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm not sure because I don't use these sheets.
All right. So if you can't find it, just roll an extra d4 after you attack, and we'll add it in there.
Yeah. So I don't know if it did it or not. 15 anyway.
Yep, need 16 to hit him. You got one more attack?
Okay, so my bonus action, yeah, for what we said, my bonus attack is a monk attack, so with the end of the shaft.
Correct.
Hold on.
I think for a level 3 monk, that's a 1d4. That sound right, Corn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's funny. I'm getting a weird error.
I'll allow your +1 to apply to the butt end as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to roll to attack manually.
Oh, and before I forget, that last roll, the 15, did that include the +1?
Yeah, I put it on the front page.
Okay.
So it should do. Yeah, I think I can see it. It's in the big long formula if you hover over it.
All right, see that bonus attack.
That's the attack. Sorry.
Got to use the roll /.
Yeah, the +1's in there.
No, I'm just saying what he typed in there. Okay, there we go. Damn.
Oh, there we go. So the damage is a D4 plus 3.
Just roll your damage and I'll double it.
Yay.
All right, so you try to stick this flying little bug with the sharp end of your stick, to which he kind of sidesteps easily, but you catch him off guard when you bring the butt end of it around and hit him squarely where his nuts should be. You see him kind of wince in pain a little bit, almost drops his chain whip, but then kind of retreats back a little bit further, whimpering obviously, holding one hand between his legs.
All right.
All right, so you've pissed him off at this point. You hear him mutter something in Abyssal. I'm not sure if you speak it or not, but he's calling you something not so nice at this point. And he rears back with his chain whip. It was a 19. Ooh. 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh goodness, I'm done.
So he takes this chain and kind of wraps it around one of your arms, almost all the way around it, and he pulls it back again. You can feel the flesh ripping off your arms. You can feel like one of your arteries being ruptured at that point as you fall to the ground and bleeding out. All the minions around let out this big roar and this shriek and this shrill. They're all excited, and this demon flies around holding up his chain and swinging it around in his victorious round as he makes his way back and forth across in front of all the crowd, eating it all up.
Yep.
At that, you see the Demon Lord, the rest of you guys see the Demon Lord kind of step down, shaking his head. Ah, pitiful human, pitiful human. You see him reach down with one hand and place a hand where his arm is almost severed from the shoulder as this red light emits from his palm. And you see his Will's arm heal. And Will, you're brought back to 1 hit point. He steps back over.
Okay.
More of the minions come over to you. They chain you back up, and they drag you over to this side. Like I said, we don't spoil any meat here. He will be a fine, fine feast. Only question is, how long will the feast last? Step right up. Who's next on the feasting order? What's this? Another human with, what is this, some kind of a wolf creature? You think that will help you?
He is merely a friend, unlike you.
All right, so they've also got Storm chained and muzzled as well. They lead you up to this pile, and the Demon Lord doesn't even really recognize what you said there. It says, choose your weapon. I think I already know what you're going to pick, but
Tia grabs the bow.
okay, you see this bow adorned with some kind of a very deep and dark wood, but it almost has a hint of some kind of speckle or sparkle within the wood itself. It's adorned with 4 gems that are currently kind of somewhat shimmering blue, and you get a +1 to your attack and damage with this bow. And it too has some kind of strange wording written on the handle of it. I'm not going to write it down unless you want it for your notes. You tell me. Well, I'll do it. I did it for everybody else.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Besides, that one might be fun to say. Lou Weenie Low. Your weapon says weenie. At that, the Demon Lord says, fine weapon. You better keep your distance with that one. Let's see. What will match up well with that? Let me see. How about someone who prefers to close the distance? How about Trekka? And at that, all the minions kind of start screaming up, and you see this big lumbering looking demon coming out with large horns on its head, large claws, a spiked tail at the end of it. Kind of makes its way around here, walks up right up to you, puts his face into you, his face right up next to yours, and lets out this large puff of air out of its large nostrils as you feel a little bit of phlegm and snot kind of splatter across your face.
Wiping his face off, Tega looks up and says, mint. Helps the breath.
He just kind of smiles back at you, showing his large fangs and whatnot, and his tongue lolling out, whatever, and he spits off to the side. Demon Lord, take your position, Jigid. Choose wisely. That's where you're going to go? If so, roll initiative.
Yep.
Damn, look at you. And look at me. Alright, you're up first.
Fire off his bow and see what happens. I put the pluses in already.
Alright, let me see what kind of demon he is. Refresh my memory. Okay, he's one of those. Alright, you still just have 1 attack, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I don't mean to pick on you like that.
It's okay.
Alright, so you let...
It was my choice.
So you lose an arrow, and it finds its mark true right into its center of its chest where you think its heart is. It penetrates deep, and you see the monster kind of rear back and lets out a little roar. And it reaches back up with one arm and kind of breaks the arrow in half and throws it off to the side. You see a little bit of what appears to be green blood kind of oozing out from the wound at this point. That was your only attack, right?
Yep.
Okay, at that you see this big horned creature kind of stomping the ground and kind of pawing at the ground, almost like a bull would. And it puts his head down, and you see it charging towards you. And it rolls a A 24.
Nah, that misses. I wish.
All right, so he slams his horns right into your midsection. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and roll me a strength save. And you fall prone to the ground as well.
All right.
Okay, you're up. Oh, that also pushes back about 5 feet. So here, I'll move you back.
Storm lunges.
Need a 16 to hit. So Storm lunges at this creature as it raises its head from knocking you to the ground. Storm snipes at his hand. You see the creature's kind of batted away, without hurting Storm, but didn't obviously flinch when the dog tried taking a bite from him. Is that your action?
While he's pulling I'm trying to get up.
Okay, that's basically half your movement. You can still move again if you want. You want to move some more? You can move your full movement, right? I mean, you can move your other half of your movement.
Yeah, I was debating. There.
All right. You see him kind of look to the dog on one side and sees you hop up and run to the other side of the tomb, the stairs there. Reaches back and starts stomping again. Charges towards you. Rolls a 19.
That hits.
3 points of bludgeoning damage. Give me another strength save. DC 12. So he slams his horns right into your midsection. You feel yourself almost going to teeter over the stairs, but you manage to get one foot up and maintain your footing with one foot on the higher stair there. Maintain your balance. You're up. Oh, sorry, let me move him up next to you. Okay, you're up. Con save, huh?
He claps his hands together.
Yeah, he rolled a 17, and he gets +4 to that.
Oh well. Damn.
He watches you clap your hands, and you see this wave of, is it force damage? Is that what it is? No, it's thunder damage.
Thunder
You
damage.
see this wave of thunder kind of go around its midsection, along the outside of it, and back behind it again. And you see the demon kind of take one hand and rub his belly, almost like he's smiling. At this, he pulls back one big clawed hand. Damn. It was a 24. 4 points of slashing damage. Falls back with his other hand. Damn. 21. 5 points of slashing damage. And it's your turn.
Around that column and line up and shoot.
Did you disengage?
Unfortunately, I had to.
If you disengage, you don't get an action then, right?
Oh no, I did disengage. I'm sorry. Misunderstood your question.
Oh, so you did disengage or you did not?
Which means he I did not.
All right, he gets opportunity attack. I am rolling awesome now. That's a 24.
Of course, it's
2 points of slashing damage. Okay, that obviously hits. You see him rear back after taking another arrow right to its upper shoulder. it reaches off to one side with its mouth and kind of bites the arrow shaft in half and spits it back out. See it take one step over and same rituals before. Start stomping the ground, pawing at the ground. You see him charge towards you again. Oh, a natural 1. Oh, I got to make something cool happen with that. All right, so you see this guy charging towards you. Are you able to step aside? Choose a side, left or right.
Left. Left.
Go ahead and move yourself. Now, he barrels right through the spot where you are, and you just easily sidestep him. He kind of turns his head, looks at you as he keeps on running forward, and he smashes right into these two little minions here, and they explode into a pile of exploding guts and bones. And he's going to take some bludgeoning damage for running into the wall. 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You're up, and I'll actually give you advantage on this because he's dazed from running into a wall. Moral of this story, 1s suck. So you loose another arrow, it flies true. And it sinks deep into his backside, his lower back. You see him kind of crunches backwards as he lets out a roar of pain, reaches behind him and does the same as before, but this time he pulls the arrow out. You can see more flesh just kind of gets ripped out as more green blood starts to ooze from the open wound. He slams the arrow on the floor and looks back at you. You know what's coming.
I like that color on you.
That was a good one. I'm going to give you inspiration for that. That was good. He rolled a 16. That's the worst one he's had in like 4 rounds.
Only 5. Too bad it's still good
It's
enough.
still good enough.
I have a 15.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. Give me a con save. You fall prone and you go 5 foot back.
This seems familiar.
Exact same spot, isn't it?
Exact same configuration.
Alright, you're up. Oh, I see. Attacking with the dog. Alright, so Storm lunges
Of course.
at this big demon's throat. The demon tries to bat it off with one hand, but Storm powers through it and launches right into his neck. Rips out a good portion of it as blood starts pouring down his body and his neck. You see him almost like fall to one knee. He's staggering at this point. He's obviously hurt really bad at this point, but he's still standing.
Did you make a save?
Oh, sorry, DC 11 strength save. Sorry. Yeah, he rolled a 12 and he gets +3 to that.
Okay.
He's a big bull.
See advantage of Storm, he can knock him prone.
Alright, so at that, he's sick of this dog. He takes a swipe at him with one claw. Rolls a 24 for 6 points of slashing damage. And rears back with his other claw. Rolls a 20. I'm assuming that hits for 5 more.
You think?
5 more slashing damage. Okay, you're up.
Damn.
Yeah, you missed, but I also need you to step out to your left on the screen in order to get a somewhat clear shot of him. Okay, arrow goes flying by. Let me see, line of sight. Yep. You took out another one against the back wall there. You see your arrow fly by, and at the last second, the big demon kind of tilts his head to one side. The arrow goes flying by, and it sinks right into the gut of this minion over here. And you see other minions next to it, all kind of jump in and start feasting on each other. There's like a frenzy over here of all these demons kind of eating each other. So let me move them around here. Yummy, yummy, in my tummy. Let's all eat. Alright, he's sick of this dog sitting in front of him. You're going to try again. Rolls an 11. I'm assuming that misses. And a 20. 4 points of slashing damage.
Yes. Storm actually has a better AC than me. 20 hits.
You are wearing the braces, right?
Yes.
And you added that +1 to it, your AC?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you still know better than the dog. What's wrong with this picture?
Nope. Tell me about it.
Alright, so you swiped once and missed, another time and hit on the dog. You're up. And that just hits.
Leave my dog alone.
Alright, you dropped him. Care to describe your killing blow?
It's a straight shot to the head. Or what passes for a head on this thing.
And so your arrow finds its mark, sinks right into one of his eye sockets, kind of partially protrudes at the back end, and you see it fall backwards, dead and lifeless, with a thud onto the ground. Minions all let out a little shriek, somewhat excited, somewhat disappointed. See a few more kind of walk up to him, kind of drag him off to the side, where more of the minions kind of start tearing in and having their lunch, so to speak. About 6, 7 more minions come up back on you, put the chains back on you, pull you off to one side, put a muzzle and a chain back on Storm, and pull him back over here as well. Seems you guys are all faring better than I anticipated. Let's see, who do we have left? I think I recognize this one here. He points over to Jodell. At that, Nivek kind of chimes in. No, you'll fight me first. Me, I am next. At that, the Demon Lord kind of looks over this big paladin sitting in front of him and looks to his left, looks to his right. I grow tired of this. I've lost 2 of 3. I no longer like my odds. Tell you what, I say it's feasting time. Take your best shot at me. No more of these lesser demons. It is my turn. Choose your weapon. At that, Nivek kind of walks up to the pile up here, along with the minions to his side. And, within this pile was also your weapons as well. I apologize. I should have brought that up earlier. And at that, Nivek will choose the shield. No, he won't, because then he won't have a weapon. That would be dumb. He's going to grab his sword, because that's the only sword that's left. To which the demon will tell him to grab one more, since he chose a pathetic, non-magical weapon. And he does choose the shield at that point. Jodell is going to walk up. I'll be led up by the minions as well. Look over what's left of this treasure hoard, so to speak. And he grabs the wand and steps back over. At that, the Demon Lord pipes up again, says, "It will not be just you and me. It will be all of us against you. All." The minions bring all of you guys up. You guys can position yourself however you want around this altar, but you guys are all going to be in this last little battle here. You guys got your positions?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, roll initiative.
I just misclicked.
You should be able to click yours and change it back to what your first one was.
Or I can change it. What was it?
21. 21.
That was Will, right?
Yeah.
All right, you guys see your names in twice in the turn order? Or is it just me again?
It's you again. It's you again.
Just you again.
Pissing me off is what it's doing.
The way you need to get rid of that is to clear the turn order before we roll our initiatives again.
Alright, so in case you guys haven't figured out yet, this is Demon Lord Ezra Ka that the Rotting Man and Joe Dell told you about. Alright, Tegan, at this you see Demon Lord kind of raise his hand, lets out a big shriel, and you pretty much see all these minions start to approach you from the sides, along with the Demon Lord. Oh yeah, and they got one little lesser demon on the back side of you as well. So you're up first, Tegan.
At one of the side demons.
I'm sorry, point to which one? You loose an arrow to one of these little minions over here. You see it sink right through his head and out the other side, and it drops in a big pile of pus as it just drops to the floor dead. Will, you're up.
Alright, I don't suppose I have any option of healing potions, do I? Like whatever I had on me, I don't have on me anymore?
They just took your weapons. So if you have something else in your backpack, then yeah, you still have that. They just took away your weapons. You guys are obviously unchained at this point as well.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, I forgot push talk. You still have your equipment. Only thing they took away from you was your weapons.
Okay, so, hold on. Is drinking a potion an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
And the ones that I have, what do they do?
They're a 2d4 plus 2. Did you roll it?
Pardon. Sorry. I'm going to. Sorry, you said 2d4 plus 2?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
Alright. I was debating between that and heroism.
Okay, did you add your hit points back?
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't think I can do much else. Is the words that you said were inscribed. Can I say that as a bonus action?
That's a free action, so yeah, you can do that anytime.
Okay. I'm gonna do it.
What were your words? I want to hear it.
Gotta go way back up here.
You got the glaive, right?
Yeah, I think it's a a Bali show.
Abalishu. At that, you see the
Oh shoot! Yeah.
sharp end of the glaive kind of frost over, almost like with a little bit of ice on the edge of it. You know that if you hit with that end of the blade, it will do additional frost damage.
All right.
You're now attuned to this. Oh, and if you do hit, the creature has disadvantage on its next attack.
All right.
And one of the little gems, one of the 4 gems that inside of it goes dull. Like they were all. I tell you about.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 of them on there. They were all like blue gems. One of them turns dark. Okay, you still have a bonus action if there's something you can do with the bonus action. I'm not sure what you can do with the bonus action. You know your character more than I do.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna heal more. Oh wait, no, I don't know if I can do that. I can't remember.
The healing potion's an action.
Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, no. Looking at lay on hands. I can't remember what's that's considered.
I think that's an action too. If you have like Shield of Faith or something, you can do it.
Yeah, no, I can't do anything else. That's me.
At that, you see Lord Ezra kind of charge forward, raising his large metallic orange sword. You see it kind of burst into flames as he approaches Quarren here and tries dropping down with his sword. He rolls a pause for suspense. 24.
Ouch.
Take 8 points of slashing damage and 4 points of fire damage. That was attack 1. Here comes attack 2. Rolled 18. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep.
7 points of slashing damage. 4 more points of fire damage. He lets out a blood-curdling scream as he comes down twice with his blade and kind of slashes you twice across your chest. Alright, so all these minions come running up. Alright, so let's just start off at the top up here. Okay, Jodell. That's a miss. That's a hit. Several of them come up to Jodell and slash with their claws. A couple of them manage to hit. And Tegid. Nope. Storm. Does a 16? What's Storm's AC?
16.
So you win that one. Will. Nope. 15.
User in your channel timed out.
16. Who'd we lose that time?
Corn. No, it's not corn. It's Will.
Lost Jonathan.
Oh crap, he's the one that's going to potentially get hit. What was his AC? Let me look at it real quick. Okay, he didn't get hit anyway. All right, so as they all approach Will from this one side, you guys notice Navek kind of step up with a reaction and hold his shield out, somewhat
User joined your
somewhat a
channel.
protective stance over Will. Will, you back with us?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Miraculously, or maybe not miraculously, since these are like little minions, there was 4 of them that tried to attack you, and they all missed. So you are very nimble.
Good.
But as they came towards you, Navek stepped in front of you with his shield in somewhat of a protective stance, like he was trying to shield you from some of the attacks at that point. All right, Quarren, you're up.
Alright. I think I'm gonna do flurry of blows. Flurry of blows, so I get 4 attacks here.
Nice.
So let's see how that goes. I'm also gonna say those command words before I attack. Vin, Ni, Kolo.
Yep, I was wondering when you guys are gonna use those. All right, so as you say these words, the snake eyes glow a little bit brighter. You can feel them almost doing a mesmerizing pulse with their eyes at this point. You become attuned to it at this point. So while engaged with a target, your target cannot disengage from you or target anyone else, and all other attacks by the party have advantage against the target for 2 rounds.
That's if I hit it?
While you're engaged with it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, plus 1 attack and
sweet.
damage. These are Fists of Mesmerizing Snake. They when you say the magic words, it activates a mesmerizing taunt when the eyes of the fist start to glow. It's like a taunting, so to speak. It's the Demon Lord now only attacks you, and all other attacks while you're engaged with it have advantage against it.
Alright, well, I'll do that.
Oh, and one of the 4 eyes changed color as you said the magic words.
Cool. I'm gonna do this one at a time, so does that one hit? 19.
Yeah, his AC is 18.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna spend another key to try and stunning blow him. So he needs to do a Constitution saving throw, and the DC. Let me check that. DC is 14.
Yeah, you rolled a 19. Sorry, he rolled a 19.
Alright. I will go again with the fist. So that one also hits. I'm gonna do it again for another key.
Oh, he's got to make another con save, or are you doing another attack? What are you doing?
I'm doing the other attack, but it hits with 19, so I'm gonna do the stunning attack again. So another con save.
You rolled a 13.
Alright, so he becomes stunned until I guess he breaks out of it. Let me check the conditions real quick. Alright, no, he actually just becomes stunned until I go again at the end of my next turn.
Is this a magical effect?
So I'll just...
No, I rule it's not.
No. It's just monk ability, not magical.
Okay, so he's stunned until the start of your next turn, correct?
At the end of my next turn, so he's actually stunned for 2 of his turns.
You are one lucky bastard.
Or no, it actually would be 1 of his turns. Yeah, well, I'm a monk, so I have to gotta do my shenanigans,
I don't
right?
think you missed once.
And I get 2 more attacks. Well, there I go. I missed that once.
Holy crap, how's that not a crit?
It would have been if it was one more. It was 19.
So is every hit against a stunned? I gotta look up stun status. Does that mean they're critical hits, or you just have an advantage?
I think it's at advantage.
Okay, we'll
Yeah, I think it's an advantage
we'll roll
too.
with that.
Oh, so that means the 12 does hit. Because it's 19.
I cannot believe you guys are beating the crap out of this guy.
Of course, it's our job to break the big venture. You know that.
All right, Corin. Now that you've attacked like 16 times, are you done yet?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, the flying one sees her master in distress, so she flies up above all of you guys, maintain about a 15-foot reach, and comes back in here, and she's going to take a swipe at Quarren with her chain. And a 20, I'm assuming, hits.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
7
does.
points of piercing damage. She whips in with her chain, slices into your flesh, rips it back out, and comes back for more. And rolls a 16.
Good thing that missed. Good thing that missed.
You're able to sidestep that last one there, and she shrieks out a large, very loud shriek to all her minions to come closer. Tegid, you're up again.
What about Jodell and Novak?
Oh, crap, I didn't put them in there, did I? Let me roll them for real quick.
No.
16. Sorry.
That's okay.
Alright, so I'm going to have them attack now, and then I'll put them back in the order where I rolled. I apologize for that, guys. Bad DM. Alright, so Jodell picks up this wand, almost like he doesn't really recognize it. He kind of points it out towards this big demon lord, covers his eyes with his other hand, and kind of says the magic words that he saw on the side of it. And I gotta look this one up, so hold on one second. Let me pull up my Dungeon Master's Guide. Alright, so in case you haven't figured it out yet, this is a Wand of Wonder. So I need to roll a D100 and see what happens.
This could be bad.
Duh. Why am I rolling on here? I'll just do it on at my home. A 39. 39. He casts Lightning Bolt. Now I gotta look that up. Hold on a second. Holy crap, I forgot how good this is. Alright, so a stroke of lightning forming a line of 100 feet long, 5 feet wide, blasts out in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Holy crap. So, unfortunately, Quarren, you need to make the save as well.
Quarren is in the way. It's okay, because Minnow and so does
What type of save is it?
It's a dex save. And the Wand of Wonders, what's it say? DC is 15 for that one.
Nice,
Corn,
nice,
you are
Corn.
just on freaking fire.
Yeah, I figured as
I cannot
much.
believe this. You're like a god
That's
tonight.
funny.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll the devils. And he rolled, it's a dex, so his is +2. He rolled a 13. So he's gonna get freaking fried. 8d6. 2, 3, 4. 16, 18, 24. Takes 30 points of lightning damage. Alright, so the stunned, if he's getting lit up by electricity, does that break him out of his stun, or is he still going to be stunned? How's that work, Corin?
It doesn't say it breaks him out, so I think he's still stunned.
Yeah, the Mount Gallon basically he's blocked his inner ability to translate to move. So he's fried.
Alright, so you see this electricity erupt from this wand out of Jodo's hand and enter into this large demon. His whole body begins to shiver and shake. You see electricity dancing all over his body, out his fingertips, out his toes, from the tips of his horn. They emit out into the rest of the room. And you can almost smell the flesh burning and his armor being charred. His eyes are lit up. But he is still standing, but holy crap. Alright, so that was Jodel.
Would then also get minima?
Say again?
Would then it get the flying thing too?
Oh, yeah, good point. Damn you guys. All right, let me see if he can do the save. No, he fails.
Sweet.
23. Alright, so this lightning reaches out beyond the Lord. You can see the electricity going through him and then arcing off into Myrna up in the air. As you see the wings kind of just erupt and go stiff up in the air as it starts to just shake. You can see electricity dancing across his chain whip, and the same thing out the fingertips and the toes and whatever. Oh, you know what? He's flying, so he's not going to fall, and he's going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And I'll say she falls prone, but she's not dead at this point. Alright, anybody else want to get part of this action?
Not yet. Not yet.
Alright, so Novek is still up. Alright, so he sees all this going on with the fiends and everything over there, and he's torn between protecting Will and attacking this Lord Demon. And seeing as how he thinks the Lord Demon is still stunned, he's going to stay here by Will's side, and he's going to attack the ones that are next to him. That's a hit. That's a hit. And he drops a 2 standing in front of him. Alright, now Tegan is up.
Tegan mumbles something under his breath in an arcane language.
Which is...
Sorry, I forgot the description was on. Thunderwave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
Damage
I
sucked.
thought you were saying the word on your bow. Sorry.
No.
I have to make a save here?
Everything in a 15-foot radius must take a Constitution save or take 2d8 damage.
A 15-foot radius from you?
From me.
Alright. You gonna roll it for Storm?
Yeah, roll storms.
And what's the DC?
With con save, was it?
At 13. At 13.
These little minions have sucky con. All 5 of them in front of you got blasted. So
that was my intent. That was my intent.
And they also get pushed back 10 feet, you said?
Yep. Yep.
I rolled. Does it me?
Let me look. Let me look. Yeah, you're right on. Yeah, you're right on the edge of the other wheel. Other wheel. So
Yeah,
you
I
get hit
thought
too.
so. Yes.
There's all them that got pushed back. Also take thunder damage.
2d8 damage, right?
Okay, set.
Yeah, it's in there. 6 is all rolled on it. Left on damage.
God.
Oh crap! Sorry, Will. My DC so low. I figured you'd make that.
Yeah, me too.
You took out your friend?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, not out, but
Ezra took some too.
Oh yeah, Navek's got to roll. So does Jodell. Let me roll for them. Okay, Navek.
do I need to roll? Oh, do I need to roll too?
Yep.
What was the DC again? I'm sorry?
friendly fire going on here.
DC 13.
Alright, Navek makes it.
I go down.
Jodell does not. Alright, so do my math. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so the Demon Lord gets it, but Myrna does not. 5, 10, 15. This one little minion next to you. He fails, and he's dead. Myrna does not get hit. The Demon Lord rolled a natural 20. Okay, now that you've released your freaking nuclear atom bomb in here and took out half the party and all the bad guys, you do hear more shrieking and screams coming from outside the corridors, which are now open. There's no more stone doors shut, blocking off the passageways. All right, did you have any more actions, Stegid?
That's all I can do.
All right, so who's down? Will is down. Corn is down.
No, I'm not down.
Oh, okay. So Corn and
He's close
Corn
though.
and Storm.
Yeah.
Storm.
I stormed it and storm saved.
Okay, so Corn's the only one down then. Correct.
Yep.
All right, Will, you're up.
Go figure. Warn again.
Okay. We're just going to attack. I'm going to spend a key point to flurry of blows. So are you doing the extra ice damage?
I don't think he's attacked with it yet.
Pardon?
Will hasn't attacked yet.
Yeah.
Are you attacking now? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Who are you attacking?
That guy.
Unfortunately, these guys are pretty weak, but they're not that weak. You miss.
Yeah, I imagine so. Shoot.
Okay, any bonus action?
All right, I'll do it again. Oh, that's really weird. I don't know why. I have my like the end of my like offhand attack in as an option, and it gives an error when I entered it. You know. Oh, maybe I need to enter the crit damage. Hold on. Aha! I probably still don't hit.
Nope, a 9 does hit him.
Oh, good. So that was flurry of blows. So must make a well. If that didn't do anything. Oh, it's dead.
Sorry, 6 damage. Sorry, he's got 1 hit point left.
Oh. Target must dex save or be not 13 or be not prone.
Yeah, he failed. So he's now prone. Let's see, which one of these icons I'll put.
Did you get that?
Oh, yeah, I'm just talking without pushing. Yeah, I got it. He failed. I was trying to find an icon for prone. I'll put a snail on him.
I will do the next flurry of blows attack on the other guy. This one's gonna be strength save or push 15 away. It's 15 feet.
Which one you hitting now? I'm sorry, is that the same one or the one next to him? Dex save? 15?
Sorry, no strength save. I'm not sure what the DC is for it. Probably the same.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter, he failed.
Yeah, okay, 15 feet away.
Alright, is that all for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Demon Lord is stunned. Jodell is up again. He looks around in amazement after just letting go of all this electricity. He looks down and he sees Corin hurting there, gasping for breath. He reaches down and he casts Cure Wounds upon him. Can you come back to life with 6 hit points?
Thank you, Jodell. You need to be careful, Tegan.
No. Okay, Novek.
Them or us, and I set them.
Novek kind of takes another defensive posture in front of Will, puts his shield out in front of him, and he reaches back and touches Will. And he does lay on hands, and he heals him for 10 hit points.
Very nice.
Corin, you're up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drink a healing potion here.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna take the dodge action for a key.
All right, that's it for your action. Your turn.
Yep.
All right, so you see these guys approaching again. This guy's gonna come up here and Storm's down, right? No, Storm.
No, actually, Storm's not down.
Well, she might be here in a second.
Close.
I can't get very close. Alright, you guys okay with me just rolling one attack for everybody? So I'll just keep rolling this.
Yeah.
Alright, here he goes. I rolled a 3. So unless someone has an AC of 5, everybody misses.
Yay! Yay!
But you guys do notice, if I can click on them, more demons rushing in from the outside. Okay, Myrna's up. Oh yeah, she's prone, so she takes half her movement to stand up. The other half of her movement to fly there. 10 feet up, in a diagonal up to here. And she's going to try to hit Corn. She rolls a +4, 17. Does 17 hit you, Corn? Did we lose Corn again?
I didn't think so. I didn't think so. No, he's still in channel. No, he's still in channel.
I just saw a BRB from him in the
Yeah.
20 chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty
He's
sure his
back, or
AC
he's
is
typing
17,
again.
so I'll say that one misses. I'll roll one more. That's another 17. So when he comes back, if he confirms 17 hits him, then we'll have 2 strikes against him. All right, Tegan, what you gonna do?
The weenie low. The weenie low.
You cast it again. Another one of the 4 gems goes dark. Did you hit with your last one when you called that?
I haven't called it yet.
Oh, okay. So as you call that, you see those sparkles in the bow kind of shimmer, and they go down and they surround the shaft and the arrowhead of your arrow that's knocked inside the bow before you release it.
I'm shooting it. Head demon.
All right, so that obviously hits. All right, so as you say the magic words, you become attuned to this, and you recognize this as the Bow of Peaceful Slumber. You can activate a sleep spell by saying the magic word written upon the handle. On a hit, the target is put to sleep. Except the bows adorned with those 4 gems, they turn blue for every charge they hold, otherwise the gems will turn black. So let me see if this guy has resistance. Nope, since there's no saving throw, you just put him to sleep. You guys suck. Where is this?
Get the gem and let's get out of here.
I don't know. We don't really want this demon lord coming after us, do we?
I'd rather deal with him later than now, unless you want to slit his throat while you get the gem.
All right, that was your full turn, right, Tegan?
Yeah, that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I can
All
do.
right, so the arrow penetrates him right in his chest, sinks deep. You see him kind of look over at you, somewhat in amazement, and you see his eyes get heavy and they drop, and then he just kind of slowly kind of makes his way to the floor and kind of curls up in a little fetal position, going nappy time. Will, you're up.
All right, if I kind of turn away from a horde that's facing me, I get a lot of opportunity attacks, don't I?
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of bad juju there.
All right. I'm attack.
Oh, 1 second, Will. Corn, are you back on TeamSpeak?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
back.
does a 17 hit you?
That is my AC, so
No,
yeah.
I play where PCs win ties. So you lucked out because she rolled a 17 on both of her
Oh,
attacks.
okay, cool. Wow, did you get lucky?
All right, Will, back to you. Sorry about that.
Even as I know, disengage means can't do anything else, right?
Well, you can move.
Yep.
Well, monks
It's the
can
only thing you do.
disengage. If you spend a key, you can
Yeah,
disengage.
that's what I'm thinking. But I can I do that and then do something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, that becomes a bonus action, I think, if you do it.
yeah, if you use a key point.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, because that is a bonus action, disengage. And and I'm gonna attack with my divine smite. It's 2d8 at level 1 and plus 1d8 to undead or fiends. So I take it that goes into effect. Yeah.
Fiends the same thing as demons and devils? I thought fiends were something different.
I think
Yeah.
as far as the book goes, I think fiends are demons essentially.
Just one second, I got it right in front of him. We'll look. Yeah.
Yeah, check the
Yeah, these
yeah,
are,
check
Yeah,
the
I think
creature.
they're
these are
fiend.
fiends.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Okay.
All right, so
Sleeping Beauty there. Let's get the gym, get the
who are you
ear.
attacking?
Big bad boy. Big boss man. You're doing the ice damage, right? Or does that take into
Hit
effect?
first. Yeah. When you hit,
I rolled.
then you
Yeah,
roll
I
an
rolled.
extra.
Yeah, I
Then you
hope
roll an
so.
extra 1d6.
Did I miss that last time? Last the little
It wouldn't have mattered. You did enough damage that. Well, that one had 1 hit point left, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So my divine smite, I get 3d8.
all right. So first, I'm gonna do your 6 damage. Now roll your 1d6 for your additional frost damage.
Okay.
Nice roll.
As your frost, as you hit this creature with your weapon, and you see the frost kind of bite into the wound, you almost see the ice almost grow more than you would expect it to, and almost makes the wound even larger than what you expected. Long story short, he's vulnerable to cold, so it doubles the cold damage.
Okay.
And then the other 18 is the radiant damage.
Yes. Yes, it is radiant. Yeah.
All right, so you come raining down with this blow. You see the ice kind of explode inside the wound, and then it radiates with this bright, radiant light, almost exploding, almost ripping his arm completely off. You see him kind of roll over, somewhat groggy, and he opens his eyes, and he's back awake at this point. But he is still breathing and alive.
Oh my goodness. Thought I got him.
All right.
Almost.
Is that all your action?
Yes.
How many key points do you have left?
None. That's the last.
Okay, I knew you were getting close. All right. Look who's up. So the Demon Lord sees himself surrounded by all you guys, and he sees his lifeblood kind of dripping out of his own arm at this point. And he reaches back up with his sword one last time and lets out a huge roar and tries taking a swipe at Quarren. And he rolls a 16. And that misses. You said it's 17. And one more swipe.
Yeah, I'm actually also dodging. I forgot about
Some
that.
at disadvantage. That was that plus to your AC.
Yeah. You're at disadvantage.
Figures. Yeah, he misses both swings. You kind of sidestep it easily as he kind of lunges forward this flaming weapon and misses. All right, Jodell is up.
Sweet.
All right, so Jodell sees this large horde of creatures coming in from the behind him here. Takes a step back over this way. He didn't want to get anybody else fried. Stands right here and he points back in this direction with the wand one more time. Sticks it out. Calls out the magic words. 87. Okay, he points the wand at these all these little minions coming in through the door here. And leaves start to sprout out from all the creatures. From everything in front of him that he's pointed to. So you basically see this bunch of demons running around with leaves growing out from all their extremities. Off their ears, off their head, off their fingers, and their bellies. They're kind of covered in a bunch of brown and grotesque looking leaves at this point.
That's a good look on them. Jodell.
Jodell kind of looks all disappointed at what he just did there. And kind of shrugs his shoulders down a little bit and kind of takes the wand and sticks it back into his pocket at this point. Okay, Novek takes a look around, sees who's possibly hurt. Who is hurting? Will, you're back. You're still kind of hurting a little bit, but...
Manuel and Tegan.
Okay, Novek's going to step back up here in front of Jodell and take a defensive stance. He's going to take 2 opportunity attacks. They miss. And they both miss. And he takes a defensive stance, kind of protecting Jodell from the horde that's coming in here. Okay, Quarren, you're up.
Alright. Unleash my 3 blows on this guy.
This is unfreaking believable. I cannot believe this. You need to go to Vegas, man.
It will run out as soon as I get there, trust me.
Alright,
so if he dies from for the last one, I'll also hit the Mjolnir.
Now your first hit took him out.
Alright, sweet. So yeah, I'll do my second one on that one.
She's actually 10 feet in the air. So unless you have reach with those, you're not going to be able to reach her.
Oh, no, I do not.
Alright, well I'll just grab the talisman then off his dead body.
Get the sword.
And the sword.
Alright, so let me kind of explain this to you. So as you basically pummel the crap out of this dude's head as he's halfway laying on the ground, his head basically explodes into a bunch of green ooze. And you see the rest of his body kind of gradually change into this green, nasty-looking ichor, and it kind of slowly melts to the ground. And you see his body kind of disintegrate into this ichor, leaving just his armor and his cloak and the talisman laying in this pool of green sludge.
I don't mind. I reach right in. Grab the talisman.
And as he melts into the ground, you hear all kinds of shrills and shrieks all around inside the temple and outside as well, as you hear even more of these things starting to kind of pour in inside the room at this point. Alright, so what were you going to do with your other 2 potential hits? Because you can move still, right? And finish those other 2 hits.
Yeah, I was gonna just run up by Tegan, who's by himself, and
Get this guy.
You're pretty much just taking out this guy with 1 punch.
Alright. Walk right up and punch the one right in front of Storm too.
Alright, so your fist kind of sinks deep into its chest, almost like his chest was rotten to begin with. Your fist goes inside of him. He's kind of just standing there looking at you with your fist inside of his chest, but he is still standing. Alright, so all these guys are come pouring in. 5, 10, 15, 20. 10, 15, 20. 10, 15, 20. 5, 10.
Did that include the crit damage?
Oh, nope, you're right.
I crit on the third one.
Yeah, he's dead. Okay, 1 second. I gotta get some more coming in here. Losing track of all these guys. Alright, I'm going to roll once. You guys good with that again? So it's either all hits or all misses, or you guys are going to roll individually?
Once is fine with me. Once is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh dang it. 10. Alright, Myrna still flying around. She's pissed off. She sees her master is dead, and she is going to flee. So opportunity attack for Will.
Yes, I would say.
Alright, you took her down. Go ahead and care to describe your killing blow. Did I forget to push to talk?
No, sorry. No, sorry. I did. As she turns to flee, leap up and thrust the blade into the low back.
Your glaive just kind of sinks true, and you see the same
Yeah.
frost as before kind of penetrate through the spine, and the ice kind of explodes. You see her back kind of crack in half, and she slumps through the floor in almost 2 huge broken heaping pieces. All right, Teagid, you're up.
Looking around and seeing all the demons flooding in, he yells to the group, time to use those potions that our friend gave us. And takes out his potion from Nimba and drinks it.
All right, so poof, you disappear. I'm just going to move you off the screen here. Will?
I will do precisely that.
Okay, go move yourself off there with Teagid as well. Teagid, as far as your Storm is concerned, you can we can say she had one, or you can say you had a hold of her when you disappeared and take her with you. I'll accept either one. Okay, Jodell looks around and sees all you guys kind of leaving him at this point. And he also glances back over at this hoard of treasure that's left over here. Kind of like contemplating whether you should go for that or not at this point. And he pulls out the vial and takes a drink. Okay, who's left in here besides Navek and Quarren? Is that it? Quarren, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still in here.
Okay, Navek sees all his friends have drank the potions and left. He also looks back where Jodell was and yells over to Quarren and says, Quarren, are we leaving?
Yes, we need to get out of here. Follow the group, drink the potion, I'll be right behind.
Alright, at that he kind of nods to you and pulls out his little vial off his necklace and takes a swig. Alright, Quarren, I'm assuming you're going to follow suit. Third verse, same as the first.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Here's to you, Nimba, and I take a big gulp.
Brian, how much are you open to retcon?
How much what?
How much are you open to retcon?
I still didn't catch that. How much am I open to what?
Retcon. Conning.
You're breaking up. Spell it for me.
Recon.
Oh, recon.
Rept.
I don't even know what that is. What's retcon?
Wanna say I did something else.
Who did I give inspiration to a while ago?
Me.
If you want to give your inspiration to Will, so he can have a mulligan, I'll allow that.
Okay. He can have
After dispatching the flying nasty, I dashed over to the pile of stuff and grabbed whatever I could, like a handful of stuff, my weapon included, and then drank my potion.
Okay, put your guy back where he was. No, I meant where you started from before you went over there. I gotta see if there's any opportunity attacks when you dashed over there. Is that
I think it was there.
Yeah, you were right there. Yeah, you were right there.
Yeah, you were there.
Alright, so Mjolnir's dead, so you're only going to get one opportunity attack from that main. So let me do that one first, and then we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
It'd help if I roll a d20 instead of a d10. He rolled a 18.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Little main, so he did 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Yep, so get over here, and if anybody's also watched Critical Role, even though I'm not a barbarian, rage loot.
Alright, so I'll allow you to pick up 2 additional items. So you said you wanted to get your glaive, and I'll let you get one other thing.
Yeah, Nivek grabbed his shield already,
Nivek
right?
got the shield, you got the glaive, Dodell got the wand, Quarren got the fists, and Tegan got the bow. So what's left is a crossbow, a dagger, some gloves, and some
all of our gear.
potions. Yeah, and all of your gear.
Yeah, I'm gonna get someone else's something. Tegan's bow.
Okay, 1 second. Let me look. Where were you at in your order? Okay, so before you left, Tegan would have been the only one. No, sorry. Tegan went first. Alright, so as a free action, you would have been the second person to leave. So what I'm saying is, as a free action, you could have asked anybody else if they wanted something other than Tegan.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so everybody except Tegan can chime in if they want to retrieve any of their stuff.
I thought it was just weapons that were in the.
Yeah, that's what's there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody has something that's.
It's your weapons plus a few other additional items.
If you could grab those gloves, I'd like to. If they are, because all those other things were good. My other stuff are pretty easily replaceable.
He's not going to be able to inspect them. He's just going to be able to grab one additional item and then go.
Yeah, just grab that. Just grab those gloves, and then we'll investigate them later.
Okay.
Alright, so you get the gloves as well before you go.
Sure.
Alright, so you guys are all instantly transported back to the Swift Sparrow. And we probably need to call at that point, so we'll figure out what happened to Porto in our next session in 2 weeks.
All right.
So let me share with you the gloves real quick, because who's going to, well, let me put it this way. Who's going to put them on?
I will. Since I asked for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're instantly attuned to these things, and you'll discover these are gloves of Hill Giant strength. And your strength goes up to 21.
Whoa. Can I give them to somebody else to attune with after a night's rest or whatever?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're not like cursed and like stuck to you.
Strength would be better. Strength would be better for the paladin, probably.
All right, so I explained all these weapons and stuff you guys got to you, right?
Yeah.
Not all.
Yeah. Just clarifying mine.
Yeah.
I got the ones that were the enemies can't willingly disengage, and then friends have the advantage on engaged enemies.
Yeah, I'll
like me.
post all the details of all the weapons in the campaign forums, so you guys have it, and you can put it in your notes or whatever. Yeah, I got the Bow of Peaceful Slumber, Fists of Mesmerizing Snake. Jodel got a Wand of Wonders. Got the Glaive of Winter. Navek got a Spellguard Shield, and whoever got the Gloves of Hill Giant Strength. You got.
Yeah, I'll give those to Will.
I can tell you now, since
Cool.
you're not going back there, and if you do, they'll be gone. But you left the Dagger of Leeching, which basically once a day you activate a life leech spell that lasts for 4 rounds. On every hit, you drain an additional 1d6 damage from the victim to yourself. And you left a Crossbow of Entanglement, which basically once it hits, it entangles a 10-foot radius with the Entangle spell.
Well, that's could have been good. But oh well.
Alright, so unless you guys want to do any kind of a quick little role-playing or conversations when you're back on the ship, we probably need to call this for tonight. Going about a half hour more than I was wanting to go tonight. And we'll meet back in 2 weeks.
Tiga goes back downstairs and collects that sword that he put downstairs earlier. Now that he doesn't have one.
Okay, and I think we already discovered before that was a +1 sword.
Yeah.
It's a bastard sword, but it does the same damage as a long sword.
Right.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, then I will call that, and we'll pick back up here next week. Hopefully we'll get Porto and Renault both back. Hopefully you guys will get Porto back to the group. We'll figure that out next week. But as always, guys, if you got some feedback, give it to me either via email or post on the forums, whatever. Hope you guys had fun.
All right.
I was really looking forward to this one. The Hordes was, I knew that was coming. I was just kind of curious as to how you guys were going to try to get around that. I obviously didn't expect you guys to totally annihilate the freaking boss guy. Well, I shouldn't say you guys. I should say Corrin to annihilate.
Well, hey, it's us.
But that was awesome. I had fun with that, guys.
Hey, that Divine Strike was good too.
Oh yeah, that was awesome as well. All right, guys. So if anything else, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys again in 2 weeks.
All right, yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
everybody.
guys. This was great.
Yeah, good to have you, Jonathan. Yeah, good to have you, Jonathan.
Yeah, thanks for joining us,
Thanks.
Jonathan. Had a good time.
All right, take it easy, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
Night.
2 weeks. See you then.
User disconnected from your channel.